at the hospital. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
71 degrees in Atlanta. Another cool morning tomorrow before we warm up into the upper 70s by afternoon. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. Happening now, Atlanta police holding a news conference this hour to discuss an incident earlier today at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. Police tell us they expect this incident to receive national attention. They're not giving any details. WSB's Veronica Waters will be at the APD news conference, and we'll have more information later this afternoon. Check back for updates. The latest enrollment numbers from the University of Georgia show more Georgia natives are becoming Bulldogs than ever before.
UGA says its total enrollment this fall rose 1.7% over last year to just under 44,000, and the rise is driven by Georgia students. They make up 83% of all undergrads. UGA says the milestone reflects the university's continued investment in educating and retaining top talent around the state. The freshman class represents 142 of 159 Georgia counties from 463 Georgia high schools. It includes 215 Georgia valedictorians and salutatorians. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
Ticketmaster is promising to make changes to target scalpers. It says it'll use Social Security numbers and other taxpayer ID verification to limit users and ticket resellers to only one account. The company also says it'll utilize AI to screen for scalper accounts and cancel them. The changes come as Ticketmaster faces a lawsuit from the FTC accusing the company of working with resellers to inflate ticket prices. Ticketmaster has denied the allegations. A new poll finds 1 in 10 preschoolers play outside once a week or less. Sarah Clark, who co-directed the poll for the C.S. Mott Children's Hospital, says kids need outdoor playtime to develop their skills.
Those kids are really losing out on the opportunity for that physical development. And also, being outside is really good for kids' eye health, and also just for allowing kids to understand and explore nature and kind of see how the world works.
She says even small blocks of time for physical outdoor playtime is helpful. The Atlanta City Council posthumously honors actor Malcolm Jamal Warner with a proclamation at today's council meeting. Warner rose to fame in the 1980s sitcom The Cosby Show. Council member Michael Julian Bond says Warner was more than just a television icon. He was a voice for our generation. The proclamation honors not just Warner's achievements in entertainment, but the positive influence he had on the lives of so many here in Atlanta and around the world. It is now 3:03. The Von Haessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center this afternoon. It's Smiling Mark McKay.
Good afternoon, Bill. Crash near the ballpark. Truist Park, the Battery, left-right side of the roadway, slowing things down. 285 West comes to a halt as you leave Sandy Springs, heading through the I-75 interchange. That crashed left or in right shoulder is just before Cobb Parkway, exit 19. Slow zone in Ackworth, pulled up the jam cam, found a crash in the right shoulder. Injury crash, the fire department there. Those flashing lights holding you up on I-75 northbound, just above Allatoona Gateway, exit 278. Those delays begin as you approach Highway 92. And a slow roll into Midtown, 85 and 400 out of northeast Atlanta. Connectors southbound only breaks free after Georgia Tech. Smiley Mark McKay, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upward. Sunny skies today, high 72, lows tonight in the mid to upper 40s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and isolated rain shower possible, high 79. Wednesday, sunny skies, morning lows in the upper 40s, daytime high 71.
70 in Snellville, 73 in Riverdale, and 70 in Cartersville. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
These people just make noise and basically waste our time.
Dear members of the media and the public, I welcome you.
Live from the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, and beyond, Hour 1 of the Von Haessler Doctrine begins right now. I'm your host, Eric Von Haessler. The Doctrinaires are here. Tim Andrews, Autumn Fisher, George Clark, Jared Yamamoto. Crazy kind of day today in terms of sports, because I don't know when the last time, well, we tend to start with sports on Mondays because, the weekend. My apologies. But that's
not
what the host
show.
It's not a sports show, but has a host who over the weekend tends to, although this weekend I was at a wedding all weekend long, so I really didn't see.
I'd rather you talk about that.
See much. We'll get to that.
All right. Wedding talk.
This is not a wedding show, but I do have a few thoughts on many different things that this is not the main thing of the show. But I don't know how long ago it was, how many years ago, that the Bulldogs and the Yellow Jackets are both in the top 10, AP top 10.
So I'm looking.
One's 5th and one's 7th, right? Georgia's 5th and Tech is 7th.
They're right there. I'm looking. I know it's not technically top 10 here, but in 2014, you had Tech at number 8 and UGA at number 11 during 2014. But no, not top 10. Though.
Well, no, that actually would surprise me. I don't remember them being better than the Bulldogs at that point. But so it's a good sports weekend.
Yeah,
for Georgia. Well, no, it wasn't. You're right. And we don't know if Michael Penix is really, really hurt or just a little bit hurt.
He did not look good at the end of that game.
Which means then Kirk's got to come off the bench maybe for the next one. Also, as a Bills fan, I found out that just really how bad my team is, given the fact that the 49ers are the most injured team in the world of all time, and they kind of put an
amazing game plan for the Falcons. Credit to the 49ers.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what you do. You have a game plan for each other. I mean, just like, you try to take away their strongest things, and then you find their weakest thing, and you try to hit it.
What's amazing.
Right? That's the old Belichick way.
That's
right. You
got to find the weakest thing, and then you have to go after the thing that's the weakest.
Well, in the opposition,
you win the whole thing.
With the opposition, you find their strength, and you try to stop their strength. And then you find their weakness, and you try to pound on that.
I get those confused all the time. I always go for the strength instead of the weakness on the other.
Well, it's a different style. You can try it that way, but generally it works the other way. So yeah, they had a good plan and everything, but each coach has a plan for the other team.
All my buddies are putting this 100% on the Falcons, and I'm like, guys, first off, you have to look at what the other team did.
Well, fans don't do that. Fans don't understand.
They can't look at it objectively.
The people on the other side are getting paid as well.
Yes,
and they're very, very good.
Too.
Most people who play college football never smell or sniff the NFL. The worst NFL player is better than the player that never got to the NFL. So everybody playing out there, I do. I see this a lot in my own home. Where it's like when your offense does things that are great or Josh Allen does things that are sort of look miraculous in the moment, it's like, oh, yeah, of course. But if another quarterback who's really good does it to your defense, it's all on your defense. It's not like, well, maybe that guy's special too. And he does things that are, these are very good players. It's hard to win in the NFL.
It is.
That's why a team like Kansas City, and by the way, why don't we just hand them to Lombardi now?
You're so defeatist. They're not going to win it.
Did you see what Patrick Mahomes did?
That was such an amazing play.
Those guys,
4th and 1.
They play so loose. They're having so much fun. And then I look at my Bills who are playing like they're inside of a cage. Be careful with Josh. Oh, he might. Honestly, you see why am I blanking on Baker. The way that he's playing, just lights out, just like he's going for it on every play. And then Buffalo, it's like, oh, Josh, we don't want to hurt him. We want him to be our quarterback till he's 47, so let's be careful.
Well, maybe in those years they'll get one Super Bowl.
Who knows? But yesterday, Patrick Mahomes, if you didn't see it, this is the best thing since the ring around the rosy thing that they were doing a couple times a few years ago. Just saying.
People say it's Taylor Swift inspired.
You know what it is? When you do that, I believe it was before Taylor started. But
you're right.
Yeah. So when you're doing things like this, you're not drawing up plays out of fear of the other team. You're having fun playing a game. And it shows. And maybe it blows up in your face or something like that. It rarely does for the Chiefs. But, if you know that moment where it's 4th and 1 and the quarterback walks up and it's like, well, are they gonna go for it? Or are they just trying to get the defense to jump off sides? And the way that this works is the quarterback just barks and barks and barks and tries to get, because it's 4th and 1. Somebody jumps off sides, you get the yards, you get the first down, you don't have to do anything. But it quite often doesn't work lately. And we're all getting used to, as fans, let alone players on the field, where they come out and they do it a little bit, but you got to run down 20, some odd seconds. And they do it a few times, and then the quarterback just kind of stands up and sort of stands there for the rest of it. So yesterday, Mahomes, 4th and 1, walks up, does the barking, bop, 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 whatever. And then he stands up resignedly, turns to his coach, on the other side of the field and yells an F-bomb. This play never effing works. And then he immediately goes down to center, gets the ball, hands it off, they get the first down.
Yeah, it was such a great play.
It makes you mad when it's not your team. But if you just love the game, it's like, these guys are having fun. They had to think of that. They had, and practice that. And now I do wonder if Mahomes will get fined because the language is going to go out over television.
I'm sure Andy Reid will happily pay that fine for Mahomes.
Absolutely.
Have they ever been before?
Well,
because it's happened a lot.
That in particular?
Or an F-bomb going out over the air.
No. But if you planned a play where in the quietest moment before snap, you're going to yell something like that, then I think they could get you on it. If you're just playing and you don't, it's not a planned thing and you just happen to drop an F-bomb, I think you're fine. But in this one, although they can never use it again. They maybe should have left that one for the playoffs at some point. I don't know. They can never use it. It's never going to work again for them. But they're just having fun. And why don't we just give them the Lombardi? I mean,
you think it's going to be them?
Well, I just think that I think all of football is in disarray.
Make Trump very happy.
College and pro football is just not. It's not something that there's Ohio State, and then everything else in college and pro is kind of a scramble, and Kansas City's getting their act together. The AFC especially is very weird right now. So who's going to figure – this is my thinking is in a year where everybody's kind of scrambled around trying to figure out who they are, what they are, who's going to figure it out? Andy Reid, Patty Mahomes, and a little bit of Travis Kelce. That'd be my guess is when it's all scattered and nobody can find out what they are, that'll be the team that figures it out.
At least on the NFL side. When you mentioned the college football side, I know that it looks
There's
like
Ohio State, and then nobody knows who's going to win any game beyond that.
There's been an upset every single weekend in college football. And
in the NFL, 7 of the 8 or 8 of the 9 standalone night games have been upsets. But go ahead.
Have they really?
Yeah.
I mean, there's been so many upsets in college football. I mean, Miami lost this weekend. My hot take is going to be that Ohio State will not win the championship this year.
Well, it may be.
Because they're not tested. They have not
Why
been
don't we
tested.
just have
anywhere.
Ohio State play the Kansas City Chiefs?
Oh, that would be great.
For the world. Oh, the Chiefs will kill them.
Maybe not.
They'll kill them. They'll absolutely
By the
kill
way, I have a definitive answer on that Georgia Bulldogs, or the Tech Yellow Jackets.
Yes.
The last 2 times they were both in the top 10 in a given week was November 2nd, 99. Georgia Tech was 9th. Georgia was 10th. And then in mid-September of 2000, it was 9 and 10, respectively.
Okay.
All right. Well, so
it was hard to find that. I had to yell at Grok.
And I think some of that is because it's like, the Yellow Jackets are playing well, but they're benefiting from the fact that there's so many upsets of powerhouse teams. But this is not a sports show. I want to mention one more sports story, this is baseball, which I never talk about, because apparently on Friday night, everything that I'm reading since then, I missed the greatest single game that any baseball player has ever had in the history of Major League Baseball, which is Shohei Ohtani and everything that 3 home runs,
3 home runs, 10 strikeouts.
10 strikeouts, 2 hits the whole night, right? 3 home runs, broke some record in there for the length of a home run.
It was so far.
So I'm not a big baseball fan, but I was like, I wish I would have seen apparently the greatest game any baseball player has ever had in the history. And what are they, like 120 some odd years old, MLB? Somewhere in 100, definitely.
Yeah.
Somewhere along those lines. So I missed that one. Maybe I'll see the next greatest game that anybody ever
Wait
has.
until he gets into the World Series that they sweep the Blue Jays.
Well, or he'll just bomb out.
Yeah.
You never know. They're
I think
asking too much.
I'm pulling for the American League this year. The Dodgers look like they're going to run away with it, as I predicted at the beginning of the season. But
as you predicted, really the team that spends the most money on all of their players. Your prediction was that they were going to be the ones still standing.
Doesn't always work. The Mets
doesn't.
have been at the top of that heap for a while.
Okay, I should have said the team that's not called the Mets that is paying. Okay, I should have said that. All right, that's
Von Hessler Doctrine, best damn sports talk radio in Atlanta.
Hell yeah!
Love listening to y'all on the ride home. Say hi to Autumn for me.
Hi, Autumn.
Hi.
I'm saying that for him.
Oh, okay. Hi, guy. Tell that guy I said hi.
I'll tell. Hey, Tim, can you tell him that Autumn said hi?
Yeah.
Please?
Hey, dude. Autumn says hi.
There we go. And we got it all.
Did he respond?
He's at work.
See. No, he just texted me and said, "Hey, what are you wearing?"
Oh, yeah.
Is that for you or for her?
For her.
Okay.
For me.
Maybe it's for both of you.
So many clothes right now.
Oh, I love clothes.
So many layers.
You know,
It's chilly up there.
It is.
it's chilly here.
I love it.
I love it. Yes, I do. I love it. When Jared is upset, I'm happy with the weather.
Yeah.
I like it. Nice, cool.
If there is one saving grace to it being a little bit cooler, I was able to take the top off of my car, so I liked that.
That's a saving grace.
I liked that a lot.
It's one saving grace. Thank goodness there's that. You and your lovely wife can live on knowing that you have that one saving grace.
We can ride around topless.
That's right. That's right. Both of you.
I thought you only did that once a year.
It is legal, isn't it? If you guys wanted to go, is it legal in Georgia?
I think so. Yeah.
Can the ladies go topless in Atlanta?
I think that like places can still deny you entry,
right?
But you can like be outside.
Yeah, in public spaces.
Well, nobody's taking advantage of it.
Well, that's the whole thing.
Testing.
Everybody thinks that they want something, and then they get it. They're like, I'd rather wear clothes outside. I really don't want to.
We have children with us here.
It is legal.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Turned out it says stop fighting it. If you just make it legal, nobody does it anyway. So why keep fighting it?
I would never have fought for that.
Well, people thought it was wrong, and I had to agree at the time that that guys could take their shirts off in the summer and girls couldn't. It just seemed ridiculous.
I think that the law being there is wrong, but that doesn't mean that we want to take our shirts off.
No, right. But you want to know that you could if you wanted to.
Yeah. And that we wouldn't be like tackled to the ground.
Yeah.
You'd be stared at, though.
She's got a gun.
Well, you got to be stared at. That's the way it is. I mean, if guys are walking around with
Get
their,
over it, you know? It's like,
their,
having you ever seen boobs before?
Well, not as nice as that.
Yeah, I've never seen one that's natural.
What is that old Ron White joke? You seen one set of them, you want to see more.
So I switch. Another thing that I'm finding really entertaining is, we get into that cycle of news where, there's a holiday coming, so we get the same damn stories. Don't even pull them up, Jared. We know that the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup is the most popular candy. Why do we have to have the story every year? Can we just assume the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup is the most popular candy? Do I really have to look at 750 words in an online story about it?
Well, maybe we should have people call in.
Yes, and tell us their favorite candy.
Because I'm a candy corn guy.
Ugh. Actually, I don't mind candy corn.
I like candy corn too.
But very much like popcorn, you can get too much of it and then it's terrible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Popcorn on its own, like I can eat that cheesy popcorn, like the Smart Food with the black bag.
Yeah.
I can eat that, no problem. But other popcorn, I get so sick.
Yeah, well, it's just the saltiness and the whatever, and before you know it,
the weird butter.
Yeah,
butter.
Your lips feel like they've been stung by 3 bees. It's like, is this fun
They're like
anymore?
dry and swollen at the same time.
I make it for dinner sometimes.
Well, that's very nice.
Cook it in coconut oil, put the butter in there, salt it to
Yeah.
death.
Yeah, that's nice.
Salt it.
That's what you do for dinner.
Sometimes.
That's your dinner.
Yeah.
Okay, well, listen.
That's
it sounds
boy
like a
dinner.
Yeah, that is boy dinner. You're right.
Sounds like a full meal. Also, I heard the song Pink Pony Club for the first time in my life.
Oh, it's fun, right?
It's catchy, right?
I was at a wedding. Yes, it's catchy. It's one of I think it's one of those that's working its way into one of the last songs at the wedding, which
okay.
Very much is either the ultimate one or the penultimate one is Don't Stop Believin'.
Of course.
By Journey.
Classic.
And how can you're drunk at the end of the night, how can you not pump your fist in the air and proclaim to the world, don't stop believing? Although you think about the song itself is very specific.
Yeah.
Like the chorus is universal, don't stop believing. But it's like this is really a story about some dude from Detroit that decided to get out. It's a very specific story. I think people just kind of go with the chorus at the end.
How about that Pink Pony Club, though? That's weaving its way into your
Well, I heard it
life.
once.
Yeah,
I heard it once.
Did you go by the record?
I did not go by the record.
Chappell Roan's got one of the most popular videos on YouTube now. I can't remember the name of the song. It's got her hair is like just incredibly long in the video.
Is it Despacito or whatever with Justin
Despacito?
Bieber?
Despacito.
Another song I've never heard in my life. Apparently, it's the most popular song in the history of the world. I've never heard it once in my life. And don't anybody try to change that right now. I like being the person who's never heard it.
That's the
Even
one
if it's great.
Biden screwed up the lyrics to it once during his presidency, I remember. That's all I know about it.
Yeah.
He said a big pony.
So, Yeah, the final one of the night was Mr. Brightside. I guess that's working itself.
Great song.
Fantastic
Come
song.
on out of is that one?
I guess I don't know.
No, I don't know.
I was at a Bills game once and they start singing it. It's their.
I'm Mr. Brightside.
It's their Renegade. It doesn't really work for me. I don't really get it. It's like an odd song that's supposed to pump you up to win the game.
Well, a lot of colleges are using it too. Like Michigan uses
What is
that.
Because I was watching it as an old man. I was in the stadium last year, and they started going. And it's like, oh, this is our Renegade. Okay, because Steelers, they always play Renegade. You kind of get that. It feels like a football song. This is like a pop song, and they have the words going up, and I'm like, is this really family friendly? Is this like as a team song? Is this because I'm an old man and I'm like, oh, should kids see this?
Shield their eyes.
Well,
What part of it bothered you?
I can't remember exactly because I can't really remember the song. But I just remember there being some pretty adult lyrics in it that were up on the
I think
board.
she's like taking her clothes or something, and maybe they're smoking cigarettes. I think,
Well,
in that
that's
song.
wrong. You don't want to put. We have 8-year-olds.
No.
We have 8-year-olds. We don't want them to know that adults smoke cigarettes. I think it was something more than that, but I can't quite remember as the lyrics are going across. It also doesn't seem like a rallying song. I mean, it seems like a good pop song, but it doesn't seem like the Steelers have Renegade. You're gonna, you can see how it's like it's a sports song, and we're coming back. Well, this one's got it seems like more than one chorus. It goes in 2 or 3 different directions throughout the song. I don't know how you get a stadium full of people that,
Yeah, there's like a pre-chorus.
Yeah. It's like I'm sure it's a fine song, but
Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down. It's a fun song.
It's pretty depressing, though, if you look at the lyrics.
Yeah.
how is it hey, we're a football team and we're about to beat up our opposition? How is it that?
Well, maybe if
That's
you
what I wanna know.
lose, then look at the bright side.
Look at the bright side.
We didn't
You
die.
still live in Buffalo, New York.
Yeah.
You're right. I don't really understand why it's become. Maybe it's just gotten so popular and they know that people know it, so they're like,
That's gotta be
I'm
it.
Mr. Brightside.
Somehow it started, and who knows how it started, but it's become the rallying cry song.
Because if you were to use it at the
Do
beginning
the
of
Falcons have one now? So it used to be just the Steelers had Renegade, and they didn't. I don't think they used it every game. It was just when it was like third quarter, things aren't looking good. We need a spark, and they would play that. The crowd would get into it, and they had a pretty reasonable record of it kind of providing a spark that got the team to go win. Of course, everybody forgets when it doesn't work. Any of these things, when they don't work, who cares? But,
You know what ours is. We did it last weekend for Monday Night Football. The swag when I surf.
Okay.
Now watch me surf and swag.
Okay.
that gets me going.
Exotic.
Well, I mean, listen, this is for
pumped
the
up.
younger kids. All right, you can't just.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you want? Won't get fooled again?
I think more kids would know that.
So funny. I just like the
Swag
swerve
when
and
I
swab.
surf.
We won't get swerved again.
Maybe he just wasn't
Swag
doing it
when I
right.
surf.
Not doing it
Watch me.
justice.
For those watching on WSP Plus, they see it right now.
I decided
Swerve when I
to.
swag.
Swag when I surf.
This is not a
Swag
music.
when I surf.
This is not a music review show either. But I decided to. I read these articles where people were getting mad at Tame Impala and saying that they sold out to make money.
I heard about
Because
this.
at first, when I see, my first response to that headline was, I'm so over music fans who for some reason believe their favorite group should never make money. Like, if your friend was an architect, you'd be like, hey, man, don't sell out and go make money. Like, I don't know what it is about rock and roll bands are supposed to have a vow of poverty or something. So I responded to that. And then I was listening to it here, and there's no way that he thinks that this is going to make him, Sabrina Carpenter popular.
No.
But it is, he's playing around with synth pop backgrounds. And
Did you listen to Dracula? Because I like that song.
Yeah, well, I like the first song. And there's another song later that I like. But here's the problem is, so this is what happens with true artists like this guy is. And then if you're playing around with the pop song, even when they're doing the Tame Impala thing, and people, well, that's not like a pop song. It is. It's still based on a pop song, but I'm going to do it in my way. And then these people almost always go through a phase where it's like, well, let's go explore this. Let's go super pop. I think it's kind of a phase. And people, it'll probably be one album, and people will like it or they won't like it. For me, that synth pop EDM, the first song, which I like a lot, is called My Old Ways, I think. Literally, it does go. Like there's
it sounds like Fred again.
And a lot of them. So a lot of the problem for me is if you don't have real drums, you kind of lose me. And so will I go back to that album a bunch of times? I kind of don't think so, because there's a lot of sameness on it for me, because it's a lot of that stuff and then angelic, over it. And it just has a kind of a sameness to it. But I reject the idea that they're doing it. He's doing it, because there's really one guy. He's doing it to try to become commercially successful. I think he's just an artist, and he just decided, I'm going to look into this and really explore this. It's just some people will like it and some people won't.
Yeah,
I don't think there's no way.
Travis Scott says it's the best album in the past 2 years.
Okay, because Travis Scott loves that sort of percussive thing. I need real drums.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I need real drums and a bass most of the time. It sounds like a really mellow Daft Punk album. That's what it kind of sounds like.
It's got a little bit of that. Yeah. I mean, I know you're not familiar with Fredigan, but Fredigan is a huge artist that's taken off in the UK and has spread over to the US. I hear a lot of Fredigan's influence in this new Tame Impala album. And it's funny, when you sent that story out last week to all of the show, and I read it, I went in with such low expectations for the album.
Yeah, but you like that sound.
And I like Kevin Parker a lot, Tame Impala.
Right.
I like him a lot. And I'm like, oh, it's probably not going to be that good. I read this story, and then I actually like it a lot.
But
I think it's pretty good.
I mean, you love that sound anyway.
Yeah,
so I'm saying it is a different sound that he's playing around with.
Definitely.
And for me, it's kind of like what turned me off about the last Taylor Swift album. It's like any one song, okay, but they tend to, if you have that same production underneath everything, there's a sameness gets started. But I'm just saying, in his case, I think he's just exploring it as an artist. I don't think he believes that he's suddenly going to be the next Sabrina Carpenter because of this. Because it's still very, artsy-fartsy. If you like him, listen to it. Some people will like it, some people won't. I don't think he's trying to make $1 billion.
Back into my old ways again.
If you're looking for an exceptional Swiss timepiece, visit Tara Fine Jewelry today. They have exceptional Swiss watches from Tag Heuer and the finest selection in Atlanta of pre-owned Rolex. It's where I've been shopping for over 25 years. Tara Fine Jewelry in Beaufort.
Properties come in all shapes and sizes, and so do foundation repairs. Mark Beckham here. It could be new construction, a big house, a small house, or your commercial property. Anyway, you need the leaders in foundation repair to handle it. Get your free estimate at atlantaramjack.com.
You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now, the company's changed. Or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So, what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan today. 404-208-3300. That's 404-208-3300.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. See website for details.
Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now. 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top local story, Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens giving an update moments ago on a security incident today at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. He says it could have been a tragedy.
An individual came into Hartsfield-Jackson and after being reported coming out of Cartersville, Georgia, that had mental challenges. This individual, thankfully, his family went to the Cartersville police and shared with them what was going on, and they alerted APD, and APD and the airport were aware, and this crisis was averted. But this individual did have a semi-automatic weapon, and this individual was mentally challenged.
The suspect identified by Atlanta police as 49-year-old Billy Joe Cagle, who is a convicted felon. WSB's Veronica Waters will have a live report at the top of the hour. A 16-year-old is in critical condition after a shooting in Marietta. Police are asking for the public's help as they search for leads in the shooting Saturday night at a strip mall on Franklin Gateway.
We had reports from multiple people that there were gunshots being fired in the parking lot at 585 Franklin Gateway.
Officer Chuck McPhillamy with Marietta Police says it's unknown if the teenager was targeted or hit by random gunfire. Infectious disease experts from around the world are in Atlanta this week to discuss a number of topics, including how to increase vaccine confidence.
Vaccine hesitancy remains a major threat to public health. It may be growing. It's highly contextual. But remember that our overall vaccination coverage remains high.
Dr. Sean O'Leary from the University of Colorado says many times it's access to vaccines that's a bigger problem than vaccine hesitancy. Now, WSB Money Update. Gas prices nationwide now average below $3 a gallon for the first time in years. Gas Buddy says the average price is down to $2.98, and that's down 19 cents in the past month and 15 cents lower than a year ago. Here in Georgia, the average price is $2.81 a gallon. It is now 3:32. And this news is sponsored by George Stein Steel Horse Law. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. Smiling Mark McKay.
Watching slow traffic out of Sandy Springs on the outer loop. This is 285 westbound leaving Georgia 400, trying to get past Riverside Drive, exit 24. As you approach the Cobb Cloverleaf, that is where I-285 meets I-75. You're dealing with a stall. Georgia State Patrol partially blocking the right lane now as they investigate 285 westbound at Cobb Parkway, exit 91. Interloop delays now forming out of Dunwoody into Doraville, 285 eastbound, anywhere from Chamblee Dunwoody Road to I-85, and 85 northbound, starting to see the brake lights as you leave Norcross from 285 up past Jimmy Carter Boulevard, exit 99. Smiling Mark McKay, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upward. Sunny skies today, high 72, lows tonight in the mid to upper 40s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with an isolated rain shower in the afternoon, high 79. Wednesday, breezy at times with sunny skies, morning low 49, afternoon high 71.
68 in Woodstock, 74 in Conyers, 72 in Peachtree City. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
October is here, and this is a perfect month for home comfort. Dave Baker for Coolray Heating and Cooling. See, in October, it'll still get plenty warm during the day, but it will get cool at night. So with the purchase of a complete carrier system, Coolray's offering up to $2,250 back in rebates and free installation. That's heat, cool, and free installation. Get a jump start on keeping your home comfortable. Book your appointment online today at Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Whether it's a slip that ends in a slip disc, a trick knee that's holding you back, or shoulder pain hurting your game, you can count on Northside Hospital Orthopedics. With leading care in Georgia at convenient locations all across the state, we're here to get you back on your feet, no matter what comes your way. Because Georgia moves us, and we keep Georgia moving. Find a provider near you at northside.com/ortho. That's northside.com/ORTHO.
Your friends at Steel Horse Law are motorcycle injury lawyers who ride. They've mastered safely riding our Georgia roads, and they've mastered the unexpected twists and turns of Georgia law. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler for Steel Horse Law, the Stein and Karen Law Group. With all the changes in Georgia law, you need the most experienced local motorcycle injury law firm to protect your rights. You can trust them on the road and in the courtroom. Get a free case evaluation at steelhorselaw.com.
This is Jonathan Geller at D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our fall bridal event is back. Whether you're shopping for an engagement, wedding, or celebrating an anniversary or milestone, D. Geller & Son's fall bridal event is the only place you'll have this many choices and get this much value. Up to $3,000 off when you make an appointment, or 36 months 0% APR financing. This weekend at D. Geller & Son's fall bridal event, Friday through Sunday in Kennesaw and Sandy Springs. Make an appointment at dgeller.com.
Affordable jewelry for everyone is at D. Geller & Son.
Castile Plumbing and Electrical knows the best way to handle that dripping pipe or flickering light isn't just wishing it'll go away on its own. Good news for you. You don't have to think too hard to take care of these issues, thanks to our free, no-obligation plumbing or electrical safety inspection with any paid service. The experts at Castile will fix any small problems before they become big, expensive ones, and even have 0% interest financing available on repairs and replacements. Enough with the wishful thinking. Book today at CastileAir.com.
Well, we're back. Yeah. Like I say, I respect Tame Impala. I think artists have to go and do what they. Will I be going back to that album over and over again? Probably not. You will, because you like the production style.
And
in your other music, I know you're. What I'm trying to get to is, he's turning to a direction where you already are.
Sure.
As opposed to a lot of the fans who like, kind of guitar driven sort of stuff that he does. And so I think for me, it's just like, man, you're an artist. Do what you want. I respect that. I just don't know how many times I'm going to go back and sell out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm fighting against.
Yeah.
That's what I'm fighting against.
I don't think this album's as good as the Currents album yet, but I'm starting to like it a lot.
I know, because you're already there with that kind of production style. I need, Magdalena Bay, they thread this needle really well for me because it is synth pop, but they usually have real drums and a real bass, and that kind of changes it up for me. You got to have something real on the bottom. If you don't have something real on the bottom, then I'm just floating in a synthetic cloud, and it just doesn't grab me. I got to have that bass and drum settling right there in my midsection as I'm listening.
Take a synthetic gummy and you'll be
kicking
good.
you in the midsection.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a Tame Impala song on my playlist. I'm trying to find it because it's really good. It kind of is like Flaming Lipsy.
Yeah,
I feel like you'd like it.
He goes, well, no, I have their albums. I like them. I discovered them in what was that song that was like really fast? I think it was like 2008 or 2009. And it's escaping me now, but he's singing really fast. Anyway, this is not a music review show. What the hell is this?
We're a sports show.
No.
What's Tame Impala's favorite sports team?
We're not a sports show.
95.5 The Sack.
For heaven's sakes, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and the WSB listeners demand that we talk about it. They also get upset if we don't say really great things about their favorite politicians. That's the kind of show we have, pissing off members of the audience who disagree with us when it comes to the fact that we don't follow any particular politician.
Which No Kings rally did you go to this weekend, Eric?
Oh, I was at that wedding all weekend long.
I would have a mini one at the wedding.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, when the bride and like all of the groomsmen and the bridesmaids came in, they all had signs, right?
Yeah, I actually stood up and said, there had better be no kings getting married or I'm leaving. I will walk out. They
unless you get
me.
prima nocta.
It says, what, Sue? Huh?
Unless you start prima nocta. Prima nocta is from Braveheart. I don't even know if it was really a thing.
Prima
but it was
nocta.
about like when before your wedding night, the king may deflower.
Well,
the
of
bride.
course, because everybody belongs to the king. He's just, and you marry somebody, he's just renting that person to you.
That's right.
So what is it? Trump say something about I'm not a king?
Yes, he was on Air Force One.
These aren't real Americans. Remember, whatever kind of American you are, any other American that doesn't agree with you, just remember this, whether you're from the left or the right, they're not real Americans. You are.
The demonstrations were very small, very ineffective,
and
the people were whacked out. When you look at those people, those are not representative of the people of our country.
Mr. President, besides San Francisco...
By the way, I'm not a king. I'm not a king. I work my ass off to make our country great. That's all it is. I'm not a king at all.
I'm not a king at all.
K-E-E-N-G.
Are you a king?
I'm not a king at all. I mean, these were very small. Did you see New York? There were like 10 people.
It wasn't
10?
It wasn't like Times Square was completely packed out
Well,
Is that what I saw? Times Square in the picture I
used
saw?
footage from like 2014 or something.
Oh, so they probably took your inaugural footage,
I think
your
so.
first one, and they put it in
Yeah,
there.
because that was the
Yeah, it's
most
huge.
attended
Of all time.
inauguration of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time.
No.
Here's
I'm not a
the
king.
here's the thing. You're not a what?
King.
Ping pong.
They had the same protests in Canada, but they had to call it No Tyrants. because
No
they
Tyrants.
Are part of the Commonwealth. They
Oh,
actually
that's
have a
right.
king.
They do have kings, right? We want a certain kind of king. As I was watching these, like, hey, man, do you. But I don't get excited about this kind of stuff, even if I can agree with this or that. I'm never going to agree with any movement. Like, you'll never get me to sign on to everything of any movement, street movement, political. It just doesn't happen for me. But I can agree with some things. We fought a war not to have a king. So now, how are you applying that? How much can you back up your argument that he's a king? You know, these things matter. But I get where they come from. Let's not be too. We get where they're coming from. Let's not act obtuse like we don't know why this is happening. But as I'm watching it, it's like I always look at, okay, I would hope that these protesters would realize that it's the extra constitutional, extra judicial stuff that is the problem. And that's it. No issue. No individual issue that you care about or you like. It's not. But I think that what I'm seeing is people who just don't like being on the wrong side of it right now. I don't think I'm seeing people saying no to this extrajudicial, extra constitutional. One person can't act like a king and shove all of their cultural stuff down and force it to happen by going above and beyond the Constitution. But I don't think that's what I'm seeing. I think I'm seeing a bunch of people who, once they get power back, will be more than happy to do whatever it takes to shove their particular worldview down. So down the other half of the country's gullet. I'm not going to get excited until I see people getting excited about things other than people, like a piece of paper that the Constitution is written upon. When I see you getting excited about that, then I'll believe that you really have something. Was there a reason to go out there? Were there arguments to be made? Absolutely. But I'm not buying that what you're offended by is that it's extrajudicial and it's extra constitutional. I think you're offended that a bunch of ideas that you don't like are being forced on you, and that's it. And I don't get the idea that, when we get in power, no way.
Yeah,
we're not going to do that.
that.
We're not going to do that with climate change and things like that.
King
I don't
Newsom.
believe it for a second. I just don't
want
believe
a rally where people go to their Congress member, get your ass in there and start doing your job.
Most of these people on the streets, do they even know why we are at where we're at? Because you got promised things that you kept voting for the same people over and over again, which put us in the situation that we're in with debt and everything else. Ultimately, the American people always deserve the governance they get. Yes, what Trump is doing right now, to me, quite a lot of it, because of its extra constitutional, is outrageous. Even if I like that he's trying to fix a particular problem, my fealty is to the Constitution. That's where I am on that, and that's the important thing. But I don't sense that that's the anger and the outrage from the No Kings rally stuff, and I think also they don't stand a chance. Because the Republican Party has just basically said there's people who love Trump and then the rest of the Republican Party is afraid of him. So it's all about Trump. He's the spokesperson. You can disagree with it. It's easy to disagree with it because it's easy to define. It's Trumpism, ultimately. Easy to define. I bet you if I wandered into these crowds, I could find 15 different reasons why people were there, what their number one issue was, because that's always what happens. And there's no leaders. There's no leaders to the Democrat Party. Is Schumer the leader? No. Is Newsom the leader? No. Is AOC the leader? No. There's no messaging from the other side. And when they do try the people's way messaging, kind of thing, well, Hakeem Jeffries has taken more corporate cash than almost anybody else, and he's your leader. The corporations own all of these politicians, So it's impossible to say that I'm on a street movement and I want organic. Do you really? Do you really want to let the other half of the country have their say when you have power? Because that's what you should be fighting for. That if you're not in power, your voice should still matter as per the Constitution and all the checks and balances in it. But is anyone in those streets saying, when we get power again, that's going to be the most important thing To me, no. The most important thing is that, hey, let's use all that stuff and make sure that, the way that we got here, for all of Trump's maybe overreaction to it, is the left had this stuff in their hands for long, and the academics went too far. You had too many people in big cities that had big degrees from large institutions, and everything was about ideas with nothing having to do with, well, how is this working on the ground? Is this making people's lives better in an individual neighborhood in a city? By the way, if you're a city politician, that's what's supposed to be on your mind morning, evening, overnight. My policies, are they making life better for individuals living in particular neighborhoods in my city? Not, some sociological treatise that really, really changed your life and made you go into politics when you were in college. That's not what you're there for. You're there for 4 years, 6 years. Over those 4 years, those 6 years, try to make that 4 to 6 years where the individuals living in certain neighborhoods in your big cities have a life that's better. That isn't what happened. It was all about academic. And now you're seeing the response, which is extrajudicial, extra constitutional. Because you've owned those areas for so long and you abused it when you had it.
Mark Arum. I bet the show is more enjoyable.
Local.
Hormel Food expected to lay off about 135 employees from the facility they have over in Tucker.
Topical.
That surprised me. Hormel, I thought they'd be hiring. Mark Arum. Really a game changer.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
This is Scott Slade, and nothing takes the place of time when it comes to spotting problems with your health, especially cancer. The earlier, the better. That's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging's LDCT body scan can be invaluable, giving you more time for you and your loved ones to take charge of your health. They can detect tumors as early as precancerous virtually anywhere in your body, and aneurysms you may not even know are there. Due to overwhelming demand for a limited time, their $995 core body scan offer has been extended. It's a $2,495 value. Early detection saves lives, and now it's more affordable than ever. Virtual Imaging has gotten such great response to this offer that they've opened up more times in both offices, but appointments will fill up fast, so don't wait. Some minimum requirements may apply. Early detection is your best protection. To schedule your virtual imaging $995 core body scan, call 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-SCAN. Or make an appointment by visiting their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
We're having a party and you're invited. Join Centerwell Senior Primary Care for our free grand opening party. Come meet our care team and tour the new center. Plus, food, music, games, and more. Celebrate with Centerwell East Spalding on Wednesday, November 5th, off Charles Hardy Parkway near the Walmart from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Learn more at CometoCenterwellGeorgia.com. That's CometoCenterwellGeorgia.com. We'll see you soon.
When you come home after being away, you see your home with fresh eyes. And eventually, you'll roll up to your old garage door and finally notice how chipped and faded that rusty old slab really is. But that's the first thing people see when they come visit. A 250 square foot bent aluminum lime green garage door that also squeaks. Welcome to our home. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Our design consultants can help you find a strong, quiet, modern garage door that anyone would be proud to come home to. Modern materials that won't crack, dent, or fade. In contemporary styles that showcase your home's design. Call Mo Better Garage and let us show you just how joyful arriving back home can be.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
A DUI conviction could cost you your career, threaten your way of life, and even compromise your future job prospects. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. With all this on the line, trust only the best. George Stein, the DUI lawyer. Go to georgestein.com.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell.
And I'm Monica Pearson. Dale and I have worked together for years, first at WSB, and today helping you find Georgia's best companies and sharing why they're the best.
Monica, one of the first companies I researched and recommended is Amco Transmissions and Total Car Care. For more than a dozen years, they've consistently met my 7-point standard and honored my Make It Right guarantee. And I know you believe in Amco just as much as I do.
Dale, over the years, we've both reported about people getting taken advantage of. So I'm keenly aware what it takes to deliver not just great performance, but great customer service. People who follow my advice literally stop me on the street and thank me for referring them to Amco.
We all need mechanics we can trust for correct diagnosis, efficient repair, and fair price. Not just for transmission repair, but engines, brakes, check engine lights, and so much more. Call the locally owned Amco near you.
And I know their nationwide warranty protects you everywhere.
That's AA.
MCO.
Whether it's a walk-in closet, master closet, or pantry, unlock the true potential of your storage areas in time for the holidays. Schedule your free design consultation today at artisancustomclosets.com and reward yourself with affordable luxury this holiday season.
Couple of Halloween stories. One that the loneliest day of the year for singles, surprise, it's not Valentine's Day. It's Halloween. I'm reading this article. I'm like, is this even real? It's like the whole concept here is that for people who are lonely and they don't have families and the things haven't gone the way in their love life that they would like them to go, and they don't have children, that the whole thing is, they open the door and there's happy families.
Yeah,
and
they call it family FOMO. Over half have teared up handing out trick-or-treat
Family FOMO.
candy.
Yeah, I don't think it's...
It ain't all that cracked up to be.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, there are people who wouldn't do it all over again if they were given an opportunity.
Honestly, I'll rent out some kids for you.
Yeah, you
want
want to borrow
to?
mine?
You
have
can
a
have
cool
mine.
neighborhood?
So, and so much of the story, for some reason my link isn't working. I'm not able to get to it right now, but so much of the story, as I recall, is about that. It's like happy couples come to the door. There's children come to the door. That reminds me of, it's just like, can people stop comparing themselves to everyone all the time? What is it that you want? Sit your ass down for an hour and figure out what would make you happy. Then go and look, okay, well, how does that happen? Is the things that make me happy mean that I'm never going to be a millionaire? Okay, I know a lot of people who aren't millionaires and they're happy. So
Well, I
how
gotta
am I
get this rash cleared up first.
Well, okay, that's
Then you can make a
that
million.
leads to happiness.
Yeah, then I'll get
There's
somebody to
there's
love me.
It's an inverse relationship between outbreaks of rashes and happiness.
I have a
More of one, you have less of the other. What?
I have a cream
I know.
that I'm using.
I know. Hopefully you didn't have that cream on your hand when you made these candy apples. I hope.
Oh yeah, those go in the garbage.
Homemade,
apples. No one's
homemade
getting
items.
So
It's a real problem, Eric. You're right. I mean, so
why
many
is
people compare.
everybody all this stuff? Everybody's they look at other people's lives online and
They feel like when they see somebody
it
else,
doesn't take much to know that's not real.
people when they post online, I think they assume that what they're seeing, that these people don't have problems in their lives, when in reality, everybody's got problems.
Here's the thing:
Everybody's got things.
if you're 16 and you think that, that's fine. But if you're
50?
32, or it's like this whole thing. If you're 35, nothing should trigger you. Do you understand that? Things can upset you because in the life that you're in right now, there are many things that are upsetting. But it will upset you.
I feel like you're triggered right now.
No, I'm not triggered. I'm just saying that.
You're a little spicy today.
Okay, well, I got a show. People have to listen.
Oh, I know.
They may not want me to.
Lately you've been talking about trying to make it so that you're not like yelling at people and trying to tell them what to do. You're trying to make them laugh, and it feels like you're a little spicy.
All right. Well, I hope everybody enjoys Halloween. I don't want people to think that's not true. I do want people to enjoy Halloween. And listen, if you're one of these people who likes to be triggered by things and is going to hold yourself back your entire life,
yeah,
then
this
do
is how
that.
I have fun.
Then do that. Then do that. If you want to walk around, hey, you know what? There's a storm coming. Get under your bed. Whatever you do, don't face it. That's only a person who's off their rocker would tell you, like, maybe you want to get up and face the world as opposed to being afraid of the world your entire time. But I don't know. If people enjoy that, then I'm here to say, hey, you do you and enjoy your life. I think you're in a cage, but,
when you were
that's
younger,
me.
before you were married, did you ever experience Halloween, like handing out candy by yourself? Because I've done that, and I never got depressed. I'm like, oh, here's some happy kids, here's some parents and stuff.
It never occurred to me.
I don't think I can't wrap my mind around those people.
Since I was a kid, with this idea, Autumn, that I see other people online, and it's like that's fine if you're 16.
Not online.
I mean, if you're 32, then you should be an adult, and these things should not affect you like you're a child. That's what I'm saying. Is it's affecting you like you're a child.
Like, this type of thing, like it could just be. I mean, what is this? What is this article from?
It is specifically a study looking at social media. It's social media salt in the wound. It says here that people scrolling through Instagram pics and Facebook and stuff, it really makes them upset when they see Halloween.
It's also an enclosed group of people who are searching through Facebook and Instagram who are like
how enclosed is that? How enclosed is that? In our society, how enclosed is that?
Everyone uses IG.
I don't know.
If you
I guess I'm in a different class because I don't look at Facebook or Instagram.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm in that class. I'm in that class, but unfortunately, I still have to share a world with everybody who does all the time. And it's
Hey, Eric, you see this?
I mean, I've just gotten to the point where the light turns green. I just sit there and go, okay, stop reading. I guess I should be happy. They say we don't read as much anymore. You're choosing to do it at the stoplight.
But no more honking. I got that from you. I don't honk anymore.
Oh, I'm not getting killed.
Yeah,
I'm not getting killed.
I'm just waiting.
These people are idiots. I'm not going to honk at anybody. I honked at somebody yesterday, and I was completely in the wrong.
Ooh, that's the worst.
Yeah, they weren't moving, and then I saw a fire truck was coming. I'm like waving at them. I didn't.
My bad.
I didn't know.
Can I tell you about that time I flipped somebody off, and then I felt bad about it during the drive, that when we were still like in the same area.
Yeah.
And I went by her and I waved and I was like, I'm sorry. And she said, I'm sorry too.
Oh, you guys should have had a glass of wine together.
I love her. I think about her all the time.
All the time.
Could have made a friend.
That could have been.
I know. We were friends.
I think
in that one moment of
potentially
humanity.
a future love affair would have come out of that. I got a guy brain, so you got to understand where I go with that.
Oh, and then we had to pull over.
You pull over. Yeah.
I saw people, so I saw my first Waymo incident over the weekend coming back home on Sunday night, and people were honking horns at the Waymo, and the Waymo had no idea what to do.
See, that's the whole thing. And again, we shouldn't, I'm against it. This idea of cars just driving themselves around is just too freaky for me.
From the silver cup and ride that highway in the sky.
More and more these days, people are in pain, are taking control of their health and looking beyond the traditional medicine. Hey, it's Mark here. That's why QC Kinetics is so successful. People with chronic joint pain are learning that there are other options besides steroids, meds, and surgery. Patients fighting pain are getting lasting relief using advanced cellular treatments. It's QC Kinetics regenerative medicine that can revitalize your joints using growth factors from your own body. And check it out, guys. It's a simple injection. No hospital stay. It's fast, all natural, and no downtime. I want you to call QC Kinetics and get a free consultation. Exercise your freedom to look beyond the same old solutions. Thousands of patients around the country finding a better life with QC Kinetics and their amazing regenerative treatments. Call now to get started. 770-285-8026. That's 770-285-8026. Appointments available on Saturdays. Lawrenceville, Sandy Springs, Marietta, Stockbridge, Decatur, and Douglasville.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why the big wireless companies want you on an unlimited plan? It's because they need you to help cover the costs of the 20-somethings who are using a lot of data every month. Fact is, according to the latest research studies, most people 50 and up, like me, only use 12 gigs or less each month. Don't get bamboozled by big wireless. At Consumer Cellular, pick what suits your needs. Whether it's 1 gig, 5, 10, or unlimited, the point is, pay for exactly what you need and nothing more. We use the same towers as the big guys, but since we don't own and maintain them, we can pass the savings on to you. Our plans start at just $20 a month, and you'll get the best customer service in the business. I want to invite you to join the millions of people who choose something better than big wireless, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Hi, I'm Dale with TrustDale.com. For over a decade, I've trusted America's best choice for windows, doors, siding, and decks. And with their 3-way warranty, including my $10,000 Make It Right guarantee, you can invest with confidence.
That's right, Dale. From the top of your roof to the curb appeal out front, America's Best Choice has everything you need for your home's exterior. With solutions designed to add beauty, durability, and value, we've got you covered. Upgrade with the highest quality, energy-efficient windows and special pricing on custom decks. Choose siding, doors, and fencing that blend beauty with performance. And now, America's Best Choice is raising the standard in roofing. Our proven installation process ensures flawless results and lasting protection. We only use premium, industry-leading materials backed by strong manufacturer warranties. Every roof is built with expert craftsmanship. No pressure, no gimmicks. Visit abcwind.com for your free in-home estimate. America's Best Choice. Quality you can trust. Prices you can afford.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top local story, tragedy averted.
This individual did have a semi-automatic weapon, and this individual was mentally challenged.
The man is arrested before causing any harm at the world's busiest airport today. WSB's Veronica Waters reports live now with details released this afternoon by Atlanta police.
Tragedy averted is how Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens describes 49-year-old Billy Cagle's drive to Hartsfield-Jackson Airport this morning. His family called Cartersville police to let them know he was on the way to, quote, shoot it up. This as Cagle was live streaming his trip on social media.
So he's a felon with a semi-automatic weapon, and he's got mental challenges, and he's approaching the world's busiest and most efficient airport. This crisis, we're thankful to God and to good information and good intel and good people for this crisis being averted.
Cagle had left an AR-15 rifle inside his Chevy flatbed pickup truck as they believe he was staking out the area. But Atlanta police, with his photo, spotted Cagle 2 minutes after he arrived and walked in, seemingly checking out the crowded TSA area. He was quickly taken to the ground and handcuffed. He's being charged with terroristic threats. Reporting live at police headquarters in Atlanta, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
73 degrees in Atlanta. Do we fall back into the 40s again tomorrow morning? And how much of a warm-up in the afternoon? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. Marietta police are asking for the public's help as they investigate a shooting that leaves a teenager in the hospital.
Police received multiple calls about a shooting at a strip mall on Franklin Gateway Saturday night. Marietta's Chuck McPhillamy says officers found one victim when they arrived.
They located a 16-year-old juvenile male hiding between two vehicles that were parked and unoccupied. That 16-year-old was struck by gunfire.
The victim was taken to the hospital and was in critical but stable condition. Police would like to hear from anyone who has information about that weekend shooting. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
The victim killed in a road rage crash on I-75 over the weekend is identified by the Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office as 21-year-old Damari Jordan. The State Patrol says it was a road rage incident that escalated into a shootout between two drivers. The victim was then hit by an unknown vehicle that drove away from the scene. A police vehicle also hit the man. The medical examiner has not yet released a cause of death. Vaccines are a hot topic as thousands of infectious disease experts are in Atlanta for their annual convention.
At the Georgia World Congress Center, infectious disease experts are looking at ways to increase confidence in vaccines. Lori Handy with the University of Pennsylvania School of Medicine tells healthcare providers that politics have to be off the table during the discussion.
You can communicate about vaccines without communicating about politics, and this is really important.
Dr. Sean O'Leary from the University of Colorado says overall vaccine coverage remains high despite the highest ever exemption rate. Much of the problem, he says, may be more about access to vaccines. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
A snapshot of the homeless situation in Fulton County. Dawn Butler with the Fulton County Department of Community Development tells us about the 2025 point-in-time count report.
And what we did see last year is we saw a reduction in the numbers that were counted from the previous year.
She says it's not clear what's behind the reduction, but it could be due to bad weather when the count was done. Most of the homeless in Fulton are adults. This does not include homeless in the city of Atlanta. UGA says enrollment is up this fall, and the increase is driven by a record number of homegrown students.
Enrollment across the University of Georgia stands at just under 44,000. That's an increase of 1.7% over last fall. Georgia students make up a record 83% of undergraduates. UGA's freshman class includes 215 Georgia valedictorians and salutatorians from 463 high schools around the state. UGA President Jerry Moorhead says as the college continues to rise in prominence, it will always prioritize providing opportunities for talented students from across Georgia. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
It's now 4:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, it's live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Smiling Mark McKay.
All right, Bill, travel advisory between Woodstock, Holly Springs, and up to Canton. Only your left lane open. At times, both of those travel lanes are shut down. 575 northbound, north of 6's Road, exit 11. Hefty delays beginning back toward Ridgewalk Parkway. Go ahead and use Highway 5, Main Street, or Bells Ferry Road to work your way around those I-575 delays. I-75 out of Kennesaw into Ackworth is slow. Northbound beginning just north of Wade Green Road, trying to get up to Lake Allatoona. Southside Perimeter looks like we have a travel advisory. Just focus the jam cam in on a crash near Hartsfield at the end of the transition ramp from I-85 north on to 285 eastbound. Those I-85 northbound delays now forming north of Union City. In the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Smiling Mark McKay, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Clear skies for this evening. Overnight lows in the mid to upper 40s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy. A few rain showers passing through the afternoon hours. High 79, turning breezy and chilly for Wednesday with morning lows in the mid 40s.
Right now, 70 in Marietta, 71 in Locust Grove, and 69 in Waleska. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. Yeah, we'll go through some of this, the digital world we're living in. Let's just call it the modern world, because I got an e-scooter story as well. But so my wife, as we're driving to the wedding yesterday, in the back seat, she brings up some story. I wish I could remember what it was. And she's like, she's been burned enough now to go, hey, you think that's true? And it sounded like it absolutely wasn't true. And then my youngest son said, did you see it on Facebook? She said, yes. Okay, 95%.
That answers your question.
If it sounds a little extraordinary, and it was on. So is this because just boomers know less about it and they're more likely to click, and whatever click farm gets
That's
whatever?
exactly what's happening.
And they're using
0.02
Facebook and
cents.
Instagram as like a way to feel really good, So
Yeah.
sometimes that could be like a story that's sensationalized to make them feel like they're right about the world being crap,
Yeah.
or it's
Yeah.
that it's like, oh my god, a kitten rescued a bunny.
Yes. It's all these. There's that. I want to get to your Waymo story. There's the thing that's going on here on Peachtree, and I find this dynamic is something that, it obviously says something larger than the anecdote. All right, so these kids, I'm assuming mostly from SCAD, they're on these e-scooters going up and down Peachtree. Now, if they get to a crossing that has a light, they still know, I got to stop here and kind of play this game. But that on-ramp, little mini on-ramp right across from Truist, by the Atlas guy holding up the thing in Midtown, that little thing that takes you to the connector? All right. I don't know how this happens that people in their 20s, their late teens and 20s, going 15 miles an hour down the sidewalk, have convinced themselves that in that little area where cars are turning very quickly to go up that ramp, if you're on an e-scooter and you are at SCAD, for some reason you believe you have the right of way, to the point of slowing down, looking around, nothing. The world's going to get out of my way because, I don't know, I'm 20 and I go to SCAD and I'm on a scooter. Nobody's going to mess with this. And first of all, I'm like, how do you get to be 20 years old and not know that when there isn't a light and the cars have the right of way? We don't ask drivers to be scanning the horizon at all times for anybody that might be crossing a road. And this is a teeny area here. Literally, it's the size of a car. It's the width of a car that you're off the sidewalk and then back on the sidewalk again. And it's happened over and over again on Friday as I was leaving. I mean, this guy is just obviously, hey, the world stinks. I don't want to hear that. So I'm going 15 miles per hour on an e-scooter. I'm listening to either music or my favorite podcasts. I'm completely divorced from what's going on around me. Now, I'm on one of the busiest roads in America, full of these cars. It never occurred to me that would kill me if I came in contact with them. And so you actually end up in a situation like I end up in where it's on me to save this kid's life. Because where he was going and the way he was going to do his business, if I had simply stuck with what I know is the law and I have the right of way, this would be a dead person now. So I have to,
And don't you feel good about yourself?
Well, I don't want to kill
You're
anybody.
A hero. Not all heroes wear capes.
That's true. That's true.
You are a hero.
That is true.
Congratulations for not killing.
I should look at it that way. But I mean, it can't be good for people who are going out and embarking upon life that, somebody else is going to make sure that I don't, or there's no way the kid even recognized that. It's somehow in his mind, he has the right of way. How could, he's almost certainly going to a college right now. Like, how is that possible that you would get to that age and not know the basic, this is how you cross a road. These are the things, it's a road for cars. Therefore, most of the time, the cars have the right of way. It's kind of how it works.
But it's always been said that pedestrians have the right of way.
They don't.
Out of my way.
Not when there's a crosswalk.
Not when there's a crosswalk.
I'm going to walk. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to stride right into the road.
This kid might as well do the same thing. I mean, literally, it was on me. It was on me to make sure he didn't die in that moment. Because if I would have done what was legal, and then what? I'm going to go through. First of all, I got my conscience a dead kid, and then what? I'm supposed to feel good because I won in court. I mean, it's like, so I'm still responsible enough that this person is, it just doesn't, it's not good. I mean, teachers, how have you not taught this? I don't, there's too much of this. I live in a bubble and the world's going to bend toward me. It will, and it will, and it will, and it will until it doesn't. And when it doesn't, it could be fatal if you're just going around in a bubble all the time.
Well, maybe since he's so young, I'm assuming college kids are probably 20s.
19, 20, something like that.
I mean, for most of his life, right? His.
I mean, I didn't stop him and ask him how to
know.
identify himself. From this old person's old eyeballs, yes, it appeared to be a male.
From their perspective,
yes.
Maybe he's grown up in a situation where all the cars in his life had all the automated sensors and stuff. Because
it doesn't matter. You don't rely on other. These vehicles are
Agreed.
huge.
I totally agree.
This kid was skinny. He probably weighed 140 pounds. Like it doesn't take much to go, hey, those vehicles that are moving, they would smash me to bits. Like you shouldn't need, they'll stop themselves. Is that how you're going to stay alive? Expecting everything else to stop itself?
The next time you see this happen, maybe you should not, smash him into the curb, but
give him a scare.
Just give him a little tap.
Little tap.
And just say like, hey, you know what, son? He's on the ground and you're on that one knee with your elbow up on the other one. You're like, son, I hope this taught you a lesson.
Chin music. No, what's going to happen is their friend is going to open up their, they're going to pull out their phone, and I'm going to be the worst villain on earth. Can you believe he hit him to teach him a lesson?
Well, you wouldn't give it up that you did it on purpose.
Yeah, but
but son, this is a whatever multi-ton vehicle.
Yeah,
and you're
you got to be
just
careful.
A will of a wisp.
Just like my lawyer has already been called.
With the world in front of you, my boy.
Meanwhile, traffic will be backed up all over Peachtree because I'm not moving up the ramp.
But you look up at the traffic, you say, I got this.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Teaching here.
I guarantee you,
life lesson being learned right now.
My life would be ruined. The life lesson is for me. Don't try to teach anything to this generation because they're going to make you look like a fool and look off. At the very least, I'm going to, what's a male Karen? That's what I would look like.
Darren.
Yeah,
Darren.
It would be Darren. The male Karen. So, you had an experience with the Waymo.
Yeah, I did, and I'm Mr. Waymo. I like them a lot. I like the autonomous cars.
Mr. Waymo.
But Mr. Waymo. That's what they call him, Mr. Waymo.
Mr. Waymo.
Domo arigato, Mr. Waymo.
Mr. Waymo. But I was driving down Huff Road on the west side, and coming back home yesterday, there was a guy that was clearly trying to wave the Waymo down to pick him up over at like the Coffee Man coffee shop on that side of town.
How do you wave them down? They're a car.
I guess because that's what you normally do. That's what you when you see an Uber, when you see an Uber or Lyft, you just try to wave at them to let them know you're there. So I guess he did the same thing.
Yeah, because it's weird.
It's a new
cars
thing.
driving themselves around and picking us up is weird. Can we stop acting like it's not weird?
It is strange. But what was even weirder is how everybody responded to this. So the Waymo missed the pickup point and suddenly just tried to stop in the middle of Huff Road, put itself in reverse, and then tried to reverse back into traffic into the parking lot where this guy was wanting to get picked up. But in order for the Waymo to do that, everybody in line in traffic had to back up for it. So people are honking their horns, like, what is this car doing? What's going on? And of course, like, there's nobody driving it, so honking the horn does nothing to stop it.
Get them off the streets.
But finally, like, we all figured out, we all kind of got out of our cars and said, okay, if we all back up here, we're going to let the car back up and then go into its spot and we'll be able to go.
And then the robots won.
Yes.
Yeah. They marked that as a win.
Although it sounds like that car was about as ignorant as that SCAD student.
Seriously,
Right, but then everybody bent
it just locked up.
backwards to get out of the way.
It had no plan B. It was only going to back into this one spot by Coffee Man to pick up this
So the
rider.
robot is in charge. As you get out of the way,
Yeah.
the robot has to do something. Get out of the way.
I need the parking space. Move.
I could. I could go to like a bucolic, some sort of small city that's nice. That's good coffee shop culture. The coffee man place.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. I'll bet you that you in a few years you can win at being mayor, saying, we're getting the Waymos off the street. We're going. This is basically going to be a human city full of human beings doing human things.
Humans only.
Well, I mean, look, we gave that up with our smartphone, so you can't go too extreme. But the idea that we're just going to turn everything over to robots. Listen, I got no problem having sex with them, but it's fine.
Well, don't be crazy.
I'm not saying they can't serve some needs of society.
Okay, all right. Do we need to mark this moment down on the show here? This prediction, you're going to say somebody's going to win off a human-only city.
Yes. I mean, in the sense that you're not sharing the road with robots that are just like, no, I'm going over here. At least you want somebody you can flip the finger to.
Absolutely.
Like you want to be able to have some sort of human, both get out of your cars with you in some carry state and, do it.
There's already a slur for computers.
What?
It's wireback.
Wireback?
Yep.
Get them wirebacks out of our community.
Like an Android?
Wirebacks are stealing my job.
Yeah.
I'm trying to drive for,
Well, you've noticed
Uber.
that now for the first time. This is now all of a sudden the only time people have been that we have any kind of conversation about AI taking over jobs or technology taking over jobs. You want to know why? It's hitting the white collar for the first time. When it was the people on the factory floor, hey, they're just going to have to learn, go back to school, you retrain yourself, blah, blah, blah. Now it's going upstairs, it's hitting the C-suite, and suddenly it's a real problem. Let's say hello to Smilin' Mark. Smilin' says there's a travel advisory on 575 in Holly Springs.
Hey, good afternoon, Eric. It has not been a good afternoon between Woodstock, Holly Springs, and Canton along the 575 corridor. For a while, police, fire, rescue have been working an injury crash in the right lane of 575 northbound north of 6's Road, exit 11. That's put extra pressure on 575 leaving Woodstock back at Town Lake Parkway. Of course, the express lanes dump out in that area, so they're also stacked up. Bells Ferry Road to the west or Highway 5 Main Street to the east will help get you around some of those delays in the heart of Cherokee County. Out of Union City, all lanes of I-85 northbound are slowing approaching the I-285 interchange, especially those trying to get on to the outer loop 285 eastbound due to a crash in the left lane at the end of the ramp, exit 68. This report sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Learn more about their support of Common Threads and nutrition education at anthem.com/dream. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Blue Cross Blue Shield Healthcare Plan of Georgia, Inc. In the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Smiley Mark McKay, 95.5 WSB.
All the notifications you need.
The story developing in Marietta.
All the local and breaking news alerts you need.
We're following breaking news in Atlanta.
All in one place.
The 95.5 WSB app.
Download it today.
So you're losing your hair and you need a simple solution that works, but you want the best. It's Mark Aram here. Modern technology, top-rated physicians. You want something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair's completely redefined hair restoration, from the experience itself to the unmatched results they produce. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, address them all with a simple one-day treatment in a calm, relaxed environment with experienced pros. Advanced Hair has performed tens of thousands of breakthrough advanced FUE treatments, and get this, your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day. No one else in Atlanta can offer the advanced FUE found at Advanced Hair. Fix your hair loss today, starting with your free consultation, and you'll also get $500 off if you move forward. Call 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with a team that's redefined hair restoration. And don't forget to ask about that Advanced Hair Guarantee, 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Wall cracks, window stuck, could be a foundation problem. Mark Beckham with Atlanta Ramjack, and our estimators are thoroughly trained to get you the proper evaluation for your home. Schedule your free assessment with the foundation repair experts at atlantaramjack.com.
It gets dark earlier in the fall, making your commute more difficult. Hey, it's Smilin' Mark McKay. Been hit? Trust the strong arm John Foy & Associates. With zero upfront cost, they'll protect you against the pitiful payout from the big insurance companies. JohnFoy.com.
Hi, I'm Lacey, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. And yes, I'm actually a jeweler. I bring dream engagement rings to life every day in our jeweler's workshop. When I hand set your diamond into your ring, I think about creating a piece you'll wear for a lifetime. I pay attention to the smallest details and treat every ring with the same care and craftsmanship, no matter the size or price. Come check us out at your nearby store. Our engagement rings are made with love from our hands to yours, because a friend knows your love deserves the highest quality. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Football season is here and temperatures are starting to drop, so Ragsdale Heating and Air wants to make sure your home is ready for colder weather. It's Ashley Frasca inviting you to get your fall furnace safety inspection and cleaning. Ragsdale's $79 heating tune-up offer will make sure you're ready to host friends and family this season. Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust. Make sure you never miss a game with a whole home generator from Ragsdale to keep you powered up even during storm season. RagsdaleAir.com. Ragsdale and Carrier, turn to the experts.
So your septic system needs repairs. That stinks. First, they want to charge you to pump out the tank and charge you again for the repair. That's just wrong. Hi, I'm Shannon, owner of Scorpion Septic, and we don't do that. With us, there's never a pump out charge with your repair. You'll save hundreds.
Take the sting out of septic service with Scorpion Septic, where there is never a pump out charge with your repair. Call for more information.
ScorpionSepticServices.com. Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how retailers become constantly connecting must-visit shops. How restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with our reliable business internet. Plus, stay connected when you add Wi-Fi backup for just $35 a month. And ask about a $400 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Wireless Connect requires business internet for additional monthly charge. Taxes and other fees extra. Prepaid card offer ends 11/16/25.
So somebody from the, I guess if there is something actually called the Huffington Post, isn't it just a name that was bought?
It's called HuffPo, and she has nothing to do with it.
Right, but it was just like bought. Probably
Yeah.
like, it was that guy that owns everything, Penske or something. I don't know. One of these things. But it's HuffPo. They have somebody who works the White House, and they got in touch with the White House because they had a question about supposedly when Trump meets Putin, they're going to do it in Budapest. And the question was, who chose Budapest? And the response from the White House was, your mom.
Yeah.
I love you too.
It's like if I worked there.
Yeah, I mean, it is
Mom.
funny.
Was it Carolyn Levitt who did it?
I
Or?
think it was. I believe it was Levitt, and then somebody else doubled down on it. Yeah, Caroline Levitt responded minutes later with, your mom did. And then White House Communications Director Stephen Chung, after a minute, added the far more succinct, your mom. And, the fact of the matter is they just absolutely hate anybody that doesn't love them.
Yeah.
I mean, it is funny. Don't get me wrong. It is funny. Is it the way to run is that the way things should be? But
I guess we'll find out in 10 years.
This administration, stop asking people to respect you that don't respect you, because you refuse to respect anybody who doesn't overwhelmingly love you. That's fine. I'm just pointing it out. That's the way that it is. But with MAGA, enough with the snowflake stuff. It's okay to hurt your feelings because you think it's okay to hurt others' feelings. Again, no emotion here. I'm just saying, if you're going to dish it out, you have to take it. Oh, you don't want to? Yeah, see, here's the thing. That part doesn't matter. If you're going to dish it out, you have to be able to take it. It's that simple. This is the game that you love, and it got you power, and you love the way that things are going. Well, everything doesn't go your way all the time, no matter who you are. You see, that's how life works. So,
well, now it's normal for all politicians to use the F word whenever they feel like it.
F-word, snarky. Remember the Democrats when Trump first was running? Remember that commercial? Our children are watching. Now Gavin Newsom is just like, grabbing his package and going, yeah, right here. You can't beat him, join him.
De Niro was on MSNBC this morning and he dropped the F-bomb.
Yeah, I know. I fear, though. Did you actually?
I actually
Sometimes you think it's, for some reason, you think you have to hear the F or something.
No, there's no F.
Okay, all right. So he's talking. You know what? I wish you would have gotten more of this because I read the quote. And so when we pick it up, he's going to be talking about Letitia James.
Mm-hmm.
But before then, he's talking about, I think Adam Schiff is great, and I think Schumer's great. I was like, the thing that is stands out for me isn't that he dropped the F-bomb. It's that, so the opposition, you see Trump as this historically dangerous person, and you're saying that the Democrat Party as it is with its current leadership is not only good, but wonderful? That's the weird part for me.
I like what Letitia James is doing. She's fighting back. She's saying, you. I'm sorry. This is where we are. She's saying, this is it. I will not be taken down by this person. I am not afraid of him.
Yeah.
God bless her for that.
Kind of like he did to her by getting reelected. Right? It's kind of the same thing. It's like, you started the lawfare. It's just surprisingly what MAGA is saying is, yeah, we like it. We like lawfare all day long, which means it's never going to end. Smiling Mark says it's crowded on 285.
Right near the airport in the College Park region, we have a jam cam on a crash involving a big rig. Hero units well behind it, taking out two left lanes of 285 eastbound, just past I-85. This is impacting the right lanes of 85 north heading through Union City. Slow transition onto the outer loop near Hartsfield, and of course on 285 southbound on the approach to Washington Road. Going to keep the travel advisory up between Woodstock and Holly Springs. Right lane's been lost with an injury crash 575 northbound above 6's Road, exit 11. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any make, system, age, or model. Smile to Mark McKay, 95.5 WSB.
The Findlay Roofing Chief Barking Officer Rufus has the zoomies. He's rolling over about saving you $1,000 off your roof replacement. That's a lot of bones. Hey, it's Dave Baker for Findlay Roofing, the roof guys. Stop repairing the leaks and dragging your feet. For a limited time, save $1,000 on your roof replacement. Hurry, this treat ends on Halloween. Schedule your free roof analysis at FindlayRoofing.com.
My name is Maria. Okay, I lied, it's Mary. But I'm feeling more European after my European-style holiday on MSC Cruises. The restaurants, nightlife and shops in La Galleria. And of course, American touches, like a sports bar and water slides. Bellissimo. Okay, this is a problem.
Book now starting from $229, plus kids sale free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Cooler temperatures mean planting time. Ashley Frasca for NG Turf, Atlanta's premium sod supplier. NG Turf offering Rebel Supreme Fescue and now Sunbelt and Southern Blue. Bluegrass blends that are cold hardy and keep their deep green color year round. Shop at ngturf.com.
Looking for your next great adventure? At Capital Investment Advisors, we know travel isn't just a vacation. It's a core pursuit that fuels happiness. In fact, research shows happy retirees pursue nearly twice as many adventure-related core pursuits as unhappy retirees. That's why we created 101 trips to take in retirement. A free guide with luxury escapes, wellness retreats, cultural immersions, and trips for the grandkids. Download your copy today at yourwealth.com/101trips.
Pro athletes and attorneys count on George Stein, the DUI lawyer. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. George Stein has been a personal and professional friend for decades. He literally wrote the book on DUI defense in Georgia. I trust him, and you can too. GeorgeStein.com.
Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz, and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no, and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio, news sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top local story, a man's arrested after going to Hartsfield-Jackson Airport with an assault rifle loaded with 27 rounds of ammunition.
Because of the community, in the case of the family, as well as the joint collaboration of law enforcement, that a tragedy was indeed averted.
Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum says the suspect is 49-year-old Billy Cagle of Cartersville. APD was alerted to a possible threat at the airport by Cartersville police. The suspect's family told them Cagle had been streaming on social media that he was heading to the airport to, quote, shoot it up. It is now 73 degrees in Atlanta, dropping into the mid to upper 40s tomorrow morning. Do we see any rain tomorrow? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A 16-year-old is in critical condition after a shooting in Marietta. Police are asking for the public's help as they search for leads in the shooting Saturday night at a strip mall on Franklin Gateway.
The preliminary information suggests that there were two different shooters, but that's not yet confirmed.
Officer Chuck McPhillamy with Marietta Police says it's unknown if the teen victim was involved somehow or if he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Amazon is bouncing back from a major outage that knocked out popular apps and websites around the world. The company says it's fixed what it's calling an underlying issue, signaling to many industry analysts this was not a hack. CBS's Winnie Gillette reports it's yet another reminder of the world's interconnectedness.
It's just the latest major internet failure demonstrating the world's online dependence. Last year, a CrowdStrike software outage grounded planes around the world and affected hospitals and courts. Amazon Web Services last had a major outage 2 years ago.
The ripple effects of the outage are still being felt from banks to airlines. A new report from a group in Fulton County that tracks homelessness.
The Fulton County Continuum of Care identified 241 homeless individuals in the county. 103 were classified as unsheltered, residing in places not fit for humans, while 138, or 57%, were sheltered in emergency shelters or transitional housing programs. The totals represent a decrease of 28.9% since 2024. The goal of the report is to identify and find homeless individuals and connect them to available resources. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
The U.S. Supreme Court will consider the case of an admitted drug user who was not allowed to own a gun.
The Trump administration has asked justices to revive the case against a Texas man who was charged with a felony for having a gun in his home while acknowledging that he smokes pot regularly. A lower court struck down a law that prohibits people who use illegal drugs from having guns. Government attorneys appealed, saying the ban is justified because regular drug users can pose a serious public safety risk.
Correspondent Peter King reports a decision from the court could come by early next summer. Governor Kemp's third annual Workforce Summit is underway at the Georgia World Congress Center. This year's focus is on healthcare jobs. Mark Peavy, Chief of Staff for the Technical College System of Georgia, says the meeting is pushing to keep trained workers in our state.
There's been a ton of work around the effort to keep Georgia the top state for talent and the top place to work and top state for business over the last 13, 14 years.
The goal is to strengthen the state's talent pipeline, ensuring Georgians are prepared for in-demand jobs and maintaining the state's competitiveness. In a major win for the city of South Fulton, it's receiving $111,000 to target dangerous driving. The money from the governor's Office of Highway Safety will support efforts aimed at making city streets safer. Interim Public Safety Director Cedric Cedric Alexander says this funding will significantly enhance our enforcement capabilities and allow us to expand targeting operations that keep dangerous driving off our streets. The city will roll out additional information in the coming weeks. Many of us plan to spend big on Halloween.
The National Retail Federation says that on average, Americans will spend $114 per person for Halloween candy, decorations, and costumes. $1.4 billion will be spent collectively for kids' costumes, another $2 billion for adults.
Jim Ryan reports Americans plan to spend a whopping $860 million to dress up their pets. It's now 4:34. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. To begin our triple team traffic coverage, it's Smiling Mark McKay.
A couple of big aggravating spots, Bill, this afternoon. That's that ride out of Union City up toward Hartsfield-Jackson Airport in the College Park region. For more than a few minutes, police had to shut down all lanes of 285 eastbound just past I-85 to move a tractor-trailer crash to the shoulder. So 85 northbound is jammed as you leave Highway 138 Flat Shoals. And, of course, the west side perimeter is impacted as well with those out-of-loop delays just below Camp Creek Parkway. A trouble spot number 2 has been a crash that's lingered in a right lane in Holly Springs, 575 northbound past 6's Road, exit 11. Only a left lane's getting by. All of those lanes of 575 northbound are all jammed up back at Town Lake Parkway. Use Bells Ferry Road or Highway 5. In the Coolray Courier Traffic Center, it's Smiler Mark McKay, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Clear skies for this evening with overnight lows in the mid to upper 40s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 79. A few rain showers passing through late in the afternoon through the evening hours. Sunshine for Wednesday, morning low 49, afternoon high 71.
70 in Canton, 71 in Lawrenceville, and 72 in Fayetteville. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Fall is a busy time, and selling your home can be overwhelming. Get a guaranteed cash offer from Mark Spain Real Estate and sell your home stress-free and for the most money. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. With Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer, you can receive the strongest cash offer in the industry and move when you're ready. Mark Spain Real Estate has more than 13,000 five-star reviews, so you can trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home quickly and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
If you're seeing cracks in the walls upstairs, downstairs, or outside, maybe even a door not closing, call the Foundation Repair Specialist. Hi, it's Mark Beckham here with Atlanta Ramjack, and we are your leading foundation repair experts. Set up your free estimate right now at atlantaramjack.com.
Steel Horse Law knows your bike is made of steel, but your heart is made of gold. SteelHorseLaw.com.
Monica Pearson for Superior Plumbing. Do you have a plumbing issue but have a busy weekday schedule? Superior Plumbing can schedule an appointment that fits your schedule. They show up on time and get the job done right the first time. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years.
For many of you, it's happening. Your hair's thinning, your crown's disappearing, and maybe hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. Well, I got good news. It's Advanced Hair's incredible yet simple one-day treatment that starts regrowing your own natural hair the very next day, and it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's Mark Aaron back with you. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what about regrowing your hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to their world-class physicians, it's not maybe your hair will regrow, it's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, and I've seen their results, friends. For your free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts, call 470-660-HAIR. That's 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
All right, Greg Rush joins us early on a Monday. This is a bit unorthodox, but I think we can do it. I think we can make it happen.
I think so, too. I've got another Rangers game to go to tonight.
Oh, my goodness gracious. You're turning into a big hockey fan. And
I mean, I found the Rangers jersey I had from middle school, 1994. So I've been a hockey fan.
Okay.
Still fits.
That's the question I was going to ask. How big were you in 1994, for heaven's sakes?
No, the question is, how big was that jersey on me in 1994?
And how come you weren't a Knights fan in 1994?
I was.
Okay.
I was an Atlanta Knights fan, but when I found out they were minor league, I was like, hey, I mean, I'll still root for them, but that's not the big league.
Got to have a big
That's
league.
a minor league team.
So they got you
And then
interested in hockey, and then you gravitated toward the Rangers at that time for your
I chose the
big league
Rangers,
team.
and then so happened that's the year won the Stanley Cup, so that cemented it.
They had you for life at that point.
Yeah, it's fun to go. I've talked about this. I'm going to more sporting events, just trying to reconnect to something normal in this world. And I feel
Yes.
like when I was really into sports, outside of my becoming overly emotional and drunk when teams didn't perform well, outside of that, it was just a time in my life that I enjoyed, and I wasn't thinking about politics and society constantly. So it's like I think I'm returning.
It's a
I'm
good
returning
outlet.
to look
How's
for
it
some of
going?
that.
How's the experiment going? Are you enjoying it? Do you
good.
find that
It's-
it does get you away from the stuff, or is there something that always kind of I was like, oh, don't ruin this sporting event with some political thing or something like that?
Nah, I mean, I don't feel like politics pop up too much in sports. I guess they could have certain days or
Yeah.
something that maybe you didn't agree with, but even that, there's nothing that bothers me that
It's
much. I do
Maha
find
night.
It's community. There is community, and wearing that Nets hat that you guys give me crap for. It's like I walk on the street and just random people like nod at me and say
Yeah.
hello because they're also wearing a Mets hat or something.
See, I just don't.
So-
I just refuse to rep anything. I've never had a bumper sticker with any radio stations, call letters on it on my car. Nobody, as much as everyone knows I'm a lifelong Bills fan. How often have you ever seen me in anything that has the logo on it? Maybe never. So I don't know. There's something about repping that I don't like. I just feel like, hey,
I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
except for the hat. The hat, the baseball hat's a hat. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to get a jersey. I had the jersey I just talked about in middle school, but I'm not wearing that tonight. Christina's going to wear it because the last game we went to, for whatever reason, the person we were sitting next to asked her if she was a Capitals fan. They were playing the Capitals that night, and it really offended her.
Really?
So
It upset her. She felt like, this is in the, yeah, you didn't go to the Washington area for this. So somebody was asking her if she's a traitor.
Yeah,
Really?
we were just there at the game at Madison Square Garden to see the cat. I don't know where it came from or why, but she dug that jersey out. She's going to be the one wearing it.
By the way, what's the Madison Square Garden experience like in 2025? I've never been to Madison Square Garden. It does not look all that impressive to me, although it's called like the granddaddy of.
It's like State
has this-
Farm.
Huh?
It's like State Farm in there.
Exactly, but it has to be something. It's been there for a long time. When was it built?
It's
Like
smaller.
68 or
it
something?
Actually, it doesn't even hold 20,000 fans, and they remodeled probably 10 years ago at this point. It's nice. I think it's a nice experience. Sure, if you compare it to new state-of-the-art arenas, you can find fault in it, but it's got a lot of history there,
Right.
and that's worth something, I think.
lot of
And
losing.
It's easy to get in because Dolan, the owner of these teams, uses that facial recognition technology, which if you have nothing to hide and you're not a lawyer suing him in some way, you can get in pretty fast.
Yeah,
So
hey, look,
security's
that's nothing
pretty
to
good.
hide thing. Be careful of that. The whole, why would you
No,
buy?
I know.
Why would you care if
It's
you're
insane.
living a
I
good
bring
life?
it up because they know lawyers who work for law firms that are involved in current litigation with him,
And they're not
or
allowed
his,
in.
properties, and they're not allowed in. That's weird.
So how do they have your facial? Do you have to give them your facial features at some
I don't
point?
know how that works. I don't. Where did they?
It's
get
just
it?
public
Like,
from
with-
Facebook or something, or
Well, with Delta, for example, I gave them. Is there something in the fine print with Delta so I can board without showing a boarding pass, and they take a picture of my face? Does that get sold to the government or to?
I don't know.
private
That's only
entities like
international, though,
Madison Square
Greg, right?
Garden?
That's not for domestic, though, right? But
No, it's for domestic. The facial ID thing where you
Really?
don't have
For
to
boarding?
bring
You can go
out
through
your
security.
driver's license.
Yeah, you can go through security. I think what you're talking about, Jared, without the ticket when you're getting on the plane, that is international, but you can go through lines for security where they also use the
All of those security cameras that record you all day, no matter what city you live in, they know you. They
but
can
they do
zoom
have
in
to
on
do
your
it.
face.
They have to do like a Palantir kind of triangulation of data sets to figure out it's you, though. If you're not
If I was
giving
walking
them
into that
something.
stadium, they'd be contacted by Target's security
Yes.
system
Yeah.
because they have my face.
That's right, because you are. Wait a minute. Did Target figure out that you were actually stealing from them at one point?
No, but I'm
Oh.
sure that they have.
Sure.
They were building
I'm
the
sh-
case.
yeah.
Target waits until
Target
you
waits.
cross
That's
the
right, Target
threshold
Until it's
where
a
it's a
felony.
felony.
Target waits. I like that.
Target waits. I just quit just a little couple dollars shy.
Yeah, that's good. It's good.
I
And do you feel like your shoplifting years are behind you, or do you think could you fall off the wagon again?
You know what? I gave it 110%, and I really think that, I can't really tell what the future holds.
There's always
but
Kohl's.
Did you get anything good out of it? Like, did you get like a great wall clock or something?
Bedspread.
A wall clock.
Those are expensive.
Well, after a while, you get good.
Yeah.
Well, the way she did it was she used the
fat suit.
check yourself out, the check yourself out thing.
Self-checkout.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Check yourself out thing.
Check
yeah, you know that
It's just a
that
mirror.
robot that.
Yeah, that thing.
Pretty soon, that's what the whole facial recognition will be tied to your bank account, and that's how you'll shop to get out
I
of
went
everything.
to Whole Foods and saw that thing where you can like wave your hand over it and pay for your groceries
Look
that
at that.
way.
Yeah.
That was weird.
And then you get in the car with no driver, and the world's not changing.
And then you enter
This
your
does
prime
solve-
home.
This does solve the shoplifting, though, right? You go, I don't know how bad it is in Atlanta, but you go to any CVS here and everything is locked up. So I'm not buying anything.
Right.
It just drives me to Amazon. So I'm not
Only
going to press a
certain things
button
are
and
locked
wait
up.
for a person to come unlock the deodorant. But I assume in a future where you're checking out by your face, that if you
Yeah.
can cover your face, I guess. That's how
Well,
you
then
get
you just
around
don't let
it, though.
anybody in that's cover their face. Although there could be like, I'm doing it for religious
Or just be
reasons or something.
eye. Maybe they'll have the eye technology where they can just tell like through the mask, they can see your eyes.
Yeah, show us your eyeballs.
Well, they have
Present your eyeballs.
They do have those realistic masks, so if you get those, put your sunglasses on, the mirror ones, and just go shopping.
Sure.
Like a realistic mask? Where are these realistic masks? I don't know what you're talking
I see people selling them on various social media. You put it
They
on.
look- yeah, they look pretty
like,
good.
Yeah, they
Really?
look real.
Especially like if you were just wearing the mask and a t-shirt and jeans, that's not going to make it. But if you put like a hoodie on
and a coat.
Right.
yeah, it looks like you're just a person.
But how close? How close can I get and not realize it's a mask? That's what I'm wondering. Because you hear about these like quick change artists and these like CIA technology with masks and
real.
stuff, but I just feel like I would know. I would know.
We
there
didn't
was somebody
notice
who, like-
Biden's mask, the guy that was playing him.
Oh yeah, that's true. I did not pick up on that. You're correct about that. So maybe they start with the big leaders.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, it's your neighbor.
People will go to crazy
Is that
links for
Fred's
this.
face or not?
They'll go to crazy links for this. Believe me, it'll start with very small things. CVS maybe starts implementing this technology, and then people just be going in there wearing these masks to get
I'm gonna
laundry
grow out a
detergent.
mustache.
Yeah, you get all kinds of things.
Now wait a minute. Now,
Target kid
if you're checking out with your face, you have to use your real face. So
That's what I'm
what's the
saying, though,
mask
like,
is
you-
going to do you no good.
What you do is you create a mask of somebody that you know that is wealthy,
Ah.
go into CVS and
Like
just
Eric
buy
Von Hessler.
buy just very common things like some laundry detergent, maybe
Yeah,
some
you start out
gum.
small.
Yeah.
And then build your work your way up to the bigger stuff.
Wow, this is a mask.
I had somebody steal my PayPal credit card information, and I thought I got it back right away. It was no big deal, but I thought it was kind of cute when I saw them going by because they just like did little bits at a time. They were like at the
It's a test.
Chevron.
No,
and
but
they
that's a
bought-
test.
Oh, I know. I
Oh,
just
yeah.
thought it was funny, and I
Yeah.
just like to see like, oh, and then they went out to dinner, and then they got a movie, and then they got like catering for like $600.
Boy, talk about living through others.
Yeah.
Look at you guys. What you guys up to?
Smiley Mark says 575 is down to a crawl out of Woodstock.
7 miles of backed up traffic, Eric, from Highway 92, exit 7 up to Holly Springs Parkway, where a crash has lingered way too long in a right lane. 575 northbound, north of 6's Road, exit 11. The alternates are filling fast. Main Street to the east of I-575, Main Street Highway 5. You can go west as well and use Bells Ferry Road to work your way between Woodstock and Holly Springs. Downtown Atlanta, quite crowded now in northeast Atlanta as you head toward Midtown at the 485 merge. 7585 southbound on the brakes hard to I-20. Northbound delays leaving University Avenue exit 244. And the west side perimeter and I-85 near Hartsfield all jammed up due to a crash involving a big rig. Fully now on the right shoulder on the outer loop 285 eastbound past I-85. In the Coolray Courier Traffic Center, Smiler Mark McKay, 95.5 WSB.
In Atlanta, there is always something happening.
Tanker truck crashed into the median.
The Triple Team Traffic Center has you covered.
No traffic getting through in either direction.
Helping you on your
Avoid
commute.
the area at all costs. Take Highway 155 or Highway 4223.
Brought to you by the Coolray Lifetime Parts and Labor Warranty.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Can you guys believe Halloween is approaching, Thanksgiving, Christmas? Omaha Steaks is helping you out right now with an early Black Friday sale. You can get 50% off site-wide right now, and you get an extra 20% off select favorites and more. It's limited time deals because it's the early Black Friday sale. You want the caramel apple tartlets, but listen, if you're just into meal prep or you're tired of the family arguing over dinner, you load up the deliciousness from Omaha Steaks. I load up on the New York strips. It's what I feed the guys on Sunday nights for football weather. Grilling, it's fantastic, and I take advantage of this discount as well. And then here's the thing. At checkout, you use promo code ERIC, and you get an extra $35 off. Minimum order required. The unbelievable savings, 50% off site-wide, 20% off select favorites for a limited time for early Black Friday, and an extra $35 off. And all you do is go to omahasteaks.com, load up your cart. At checkout, you put in ERIC, E-R-I-C-K. Start saving real big today.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Donate your car today. Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hey friends, have you filed an insurance claim for a roof replacement only to be denied? Are you not sure what to do? You're not alone. Dr. Roof here to help. Hey, it's Mark Aram. Dr. Roof specializes in reviewing the storm damage and getting your roof replaced. They've been around for over 37 years and can help you with all of your options. Don't settle for a denied or partial insurance claim. Get the roof you deserve with Dr. Roof. Online at drroof.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why the big wireless companies want you on an unlimited plan? It's because they need you to help cover the cost of the 20-somethings who are using a lot of data every month. Fact is, according to the latest research studies, most people 50 and up, like me, only use 12 gigs or less each month. Don't get bamboozled by big wireless. At Consumer Cellular, pick what suits your needs. Whether it's 1 gig, 5, 10, or unlimited, the point is, pay for exactly what you need and nothing more. We use the same towers as the big guys, but since we don't own and maintain them, we can pass the savings on to you. Our plans start at just $20 a month, and you'll get the best customer service in the business. I want to invite you to join the millions of people who choose something better than big wireless, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health, and I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
All right, Craig Rush, you show up early. Got to pay the toll, and the toll is a story from Studio B1.
All right, Gavin Newsom is escalating his war with, quote, chicken, end quote, Joe Rogan. Newsom called Rogan a chicken. He sent out a tweet, not tweet, we don't even know what they're called, whatever.
Post. There'll be posts.
Yeah, his post. It's actually the governor's office. The Governor Newsom press office sent out a post on X in all capital letters mocking President Trump's style of sending out tweets. And, it said, Joe Rogan is a snack-sized podcaster who can't stop talking about me. In parentheses, obsessed, crush, no thank you. But is too scared to have me on and let his audience hear the truth. Just like Dozy Don, he often chickens out. I've never had any problems with the guy and wish the mini host, and then it continues on.
Yeah, the whole thing now is to go after Rogan for his height. I guess he's a really short guy. And just, people are really starting to pile on to Rogan. I'm starting to think, anytime I sense a pile up, then it's like, okay, maybe there's some reality here, but now it's the pile on thing. Listen, you do not stay. Did people have this idea that Joe Rogan or anyone was going to stay at the top of the podcast's ratings forever into infinity? Of course that wasn't going to happen. And now I think he's down to like 1 million views or something like that. I don't know. But
rich. Million.
Yeah.
Lame.
Yeah.
Wow, loser.
Yeah,
Only
for
1
real.
million views for everything that he does, or downloads, or however all this stuff is aggregated and rated. But I think that he's slipped a little bit in those terms, which is natural. You're just not going to stay on top forever, and so I think you get this kind of thing. Kind of the rats are the first ones to jump off the ship, So if you're a comedian that maybe didn't like him or maybe didn't have the greatest experience, then that becomes fodder for your podcast. Because, if you're a comedian, there's a law that says you have to have a podcast where you have all of your other comedy friends on.
And you sit
You
around.
hang out with your buddies.
You sit
and
around.
You just talk about things
Yeah.
that you think are interesting and they're not.
And you
And
have
then
to have
now-
Bobby
You
Lee
have to get
on.
into beefs with other comics, too.
Yes. And then I think Rogan is starting to get a little too defensive about everything and going back and forth with Gavin Newsom. He doesn't like him. He left California. That's fine. Why does everything have to be all or nothing? Joe Rogan's a guy. He lived in California. He didn't like it. He didn't like the way it was run. And he went to Texas. Then that's fine. That's fine. The people who stayed in California can love California and love their governor and be all in favor of that kind of stuff. And Joe Rogan can leave and go to Austin and have his experience. That's what America's about. It's about a bunch of different people doing a bunch of different things, but they agree on like the rules of the road. We're going to pay taxes, unfortunately. We're going to, hey, can we all agree? Murder, not good. Okay, we're all against murder. Wait, a few rules of the road. Everybody, but, some people, want government by people like Gavin Newsom, who, as far as I can see, even if you believed in the things that he talks about, he's not very effective. But that's for other people to like. This whole thing now where everybody on the left and everybody on the right is just so surprised that every single human being alive doesn't agree with them all the time. That's just,
And if they don't, they're wrong and evil.
absolutely, from both sides. And so Rogan should have him on, but Gavin Newsom's the one who's decided that he's gonna be the Donald Trump from the left with the posting and the whole I'll just keep making jokes about how you're short. But Gavin Newsom has probably passed laws that says you can't do that in a school, right? Are you allowed to go to school and bully somebody who's short and call them short? It doesn't matter. It's just everything's about today. What will help me get more power? If signing a law that says you can't make fun of people for being short gets me a little more power, I'll do that. If calling somebody short will get me more power, I'll do that. That's why it's important to know yourself, know who you are, and understand that none of these people gives a damn about you. Smiling Mark says the downtown connector brake lights are super bright.
Certainly all passing Georgia Tech. That southbound jam begins in northwest Atlanta, Eric, at I-75 and Northside Drive. Your 85 and 400 delays are in place at the merge point. Yes, it is a slow ride of the connector south through I-20. Nothing like the ride, though, through Cherokee County. Awful. 575 northbound. Now seeing delays stretching back toward Kennesaw and Bells Ferry Road, all the way up to a crash in the right lane. Only a left lane's getting by. 575 northbound north of 6's Road, exit 11. Bells Ferry, Main Street, Highway 5. Some options there. Smile Mark McKay, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, y'all, it's Belinda Skelton for Four Seasons Home Care. As many of you know, I lost both my parents recently, but I'm so thankful they were able to finish their lives at home where they wanted to be. And Four Seasons Home Care was so helpful to my family throughout the process. I get emails from listeners all the time and why I trusted Four Seasons Home Care. They tell me I don't want just anyone to care for my parents. parents? Well, of course you don't. So here's why I work with Four Seasons Home Care. This is a real family-owned company. They vet and hire every single one of their caregiving specialists, and they don't farm out the care to contractors, and they're not some national corporation. So here's my advice, folks. Call Four Seasons Home Care and just start the conversation. Do your homework. This is a huge decision. It's a 100% free call that can change everything. Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta. That's Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta.
When you come home after being away, you see your home with fresh eyes. And eventually, you'll roll up to your old garage door and finally notice how chipped and faded that rusty old slab really is. But that's the first thing people see when they come visit. A 250 square foot bent aluminum lime green garage door that also squeaks. Welcome to our home. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Our design consultants can help you find a strong, quiet, modern garage door that anyone would be proud to come home to. Modern materials that won't crack, dent, or fade. In contemporary styles that showcase your home's design. Call Mo Better Garage and let us show you just how joyful arriving back home can be.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
This is Scott Slade from iRoofer, FGA Roofing. Are you starting to consider a new roof but not sure if it's needed or what it might cost? FGA Roofing offers their free drone assessment. You'll know if it just needs a fix, a rejuvenation, or a new roof. They'll quote you a price, and if you mention you heard about it on the radio, they'll take $1,500 off the quote. And that quote's good for a year. And with your good credit, you can take advantage of their 000 offer. 0 down payment, 0 payments for 18 months, and 0 interest. Take the first step now and set up an appointment. Google FGARoofing.com.
My name is Maria. Okay, I lied, it's Mary. But I'm feeling more European after my European-style holiday on MSC Cruises. The ristoranti, I mean restaurants, nightlife and shops in La Galleria, and of course, American touches, like a sports bar and water slides. Ah, bellissimo. Okay, this is a problem.
Book now, starting from $229, plus kids sale free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio with our top local story. A plot to shoot up Hartsfield-Jackson Airport is stopped.
We did have a tragedy averted today.
A man's arrested by Atlanta police, averting the tragedy.
Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum says the family of 49-year-old Billy Cagle alerted Cartersville police he was on his way to Hartsfield-Jackson Airport to, quote, shoot it up. Atlanta police officers spotted Cagle minutes after he walked into ATL and checked out the very crowded TSA area. He appeared headed back to his pickup outside the south terminal doors.
When we went to that vehicle, we found inside a Springfield AR-15 assault rifle, a 5.56 St. Victor model with 27 rounds of ammunition. We did have a tragedy averted today.
The chief says Cagle was in a mental health crisis and streaming his trip on social media. At APD headquarters, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
72 degrees in Atlanta, back into the 40s tomorrow morning when we could see a few rain showers. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. Marietta police are asking for the public to help them as they look for clues in a shooting over the weekend that sends a 16-year-old to the hospital.
There were plenty of calls to Marietta police about the shooting on Franklin Gateway that left one teen injured, so they believe someone may know something.
We're asking the public to please reach out and help us figure out who these individuals were that were firing handguns in the parking lot.
Marietta Police's Chuck McPhillamy says the young victim was found hiding between two cars, but they're not sure if he was involved or a bystander in the wrong place at the wrong time. He was in critical but stable condition at the hospital. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
South Fulton police say the search continues for a woman who's been missing for a week. She's believed to have bipolar schizophrenia. Investigators say there have been several possible sightings of Sydney Elaine Combs, and they're following up on every lead. Police are also using drones, canines, and patrol officers in the search for the missing woman. They believe Combs has been in a manic episode for weeks leading up to her disappearance. They're asking for the public's help to bring her home safely. Thousands gather at the Georgia World Congress Center this week for an annual discussion about infectious diseases.
One topic that's getting a lot of interest this year is confidence in vaccines.
What the pandemic did to vaccine hesitancy is complicated and it's evolving.
Dr. Sean O'Leary from the University of Colorado Colorado says overall vaccine coverage remains high despite the highest ever exemption rate.
But when you look at that, that is 3.6% of parents, children entering kindergarten, are claiming an exemption for one or more vaccines. Again, highest percentage ever, but it's still only 3.6%.
Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
A snapshot of the homeless situation in Fulton County finds a reduction from a year ago. Dawn Butler with the Fulton County Department of Community Development says the 2025 point-in-time count report finds most of the homeless in the county are adults.
Adult only has risen to the top, and we're seeing that's where the greatest need was for the 2025 count.
The lower number overall could be due to bad weather when the count was done. This does not include homeless in the city of Atlanta. The latest enrollment numbers from the University of Georgia show more Georgia natives are becoming Bulldogs than ever before.
UGA says its total enrollment this fall rose 1.7% over last year to just under 44,000, and the rise is driven by Georgia students. They make up 83% of all undergrads. UGA says the milestone reflects the university's continued investment in education and retaining top talent around the state. The freshman class represents 142 of 159 Georgia counties from 463 Georgia high schools. It includes 215 Georgia valedictorians and salutatorians. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
A new study suggests Americans who move from the state they were born to other areas of the country have better health. Researchers find people who stay in their birth state have a higher risk for a number of things, including vision and hearing problems, physical weakness, and cognitive impairment. The study shows those who stayed put had up to a 22% higher chance of disability. It is now 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center at Smilin' Mark McKay.
Crash that's lingered way too long. Bill on 575 in Holly Springs continues to knock out a right lane, says the DOT. 575 northbound, north of 6's Road, exit 11. We first came across this crash about 3:45 this afternoon. Still working it and working heavy delays now out of Kennesaw. The brake lights begin in earnest in those through lanes of 575 north at Bellows Ferry Road. Pretty thick through Highway 92 up to that crash north of 6's Road in the right lane. Bellows Ferry Road to the west of I-575, Main Street, Highway 5 to the east. I-75 southbound slowing as you leave Marietta trying to get down into the Vinings region. I-75 south with delays past the South Marietta Parkway. 400 filling fast in Dunwoody as you work your way north through Sandy Springs and the 400 quarter up from 285 to the North Springs MARTA station, and running just about 25-30 minutes now. I-85 north rolling toward Norcross. Northbound delays begin at Chamblee Tucker Road, start to break free north of Indian Trail. In the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Smiley Mark McKay, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies for this evening. Sunset just before 7 o'clock. Temperatures will be in the upper 60s at that time, cooling down to the mid to upper 40s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, high 79. A few rain showers moving through the afternoon and evening hours, then drying out and cooling down Wednesday morning into the mid to upper 40s. Wednesday afternoon, sunshine, breezy at times, high 71. Thursday, mostly sunny, morning low 45, afternoon high 73. Friday, partly cloudy skies, morning lows in the 40s, daytime highs in the mid 70s.
69 in Ackworth, 74 in Duluth, and in Stockbridge. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. Greg Russ is with us. Greg, you're going to sporting events more now, trying to be more social, get back into that kind of game. Be proud of me. I'm dancing at weddings now. People are freaked out. Was it a wedding over the weekend?
Slow dancing, all kind of dancing.
All kinds of dancing.
Solo dancing.
Pumping my fist in the air to the chorus of "Don't Stop Believin'" at the
There
end
you
of the
go.
night. Are you kidding me?
Fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. The more I do this, I know that eventually some video is going to get out. And a way to make me stop is that happening. Because
It's
to
very
me,
innocent to dance at a wedding, man. You shouldn't feel bad
fine.
about
Hey,
that.
listen, I enjoy dancing at weddings now. I've always enjoyed sex. I would want to see myself dancing about as much as I'd want to see myself having sex. I don't. I from the inside out, it
Quite a
feels
comparison
great.
there.
From the inside out, it feels great. Objective third-party eye probably looks goofy to ridiculous.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Yeah, all right.
Here's the thing I figured out with dancing. I got past the original block of the night, I could go all night. But it always returns. Whenever I first go out on the dance floor, there's like, do I really want to do this?
Yeah.
And if I decide no, then nothing's going to happen. If I decide yes, it takes about 5 to 10 minutes for me to
Just let it go. Now, what I do find is that I don't think people like I wouldn't say that I'm a good dancer, but I do think I understand how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to like be kind of going with what the rhythm of the song is, aren't you? I find that people don't really, and to me, that's more about my feet, kind of, sort of cha-cha and but people kind of stomp on the dance floor. I find. Maybe it was that show Stomp. It changed everything. I don't know.
Are they by themselves?
But I feel like I have
Are they
actual
have a certain
rhythm.
persuasion?
No.
They have trash cans and brooms.
Are you saying old white people? Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a lot of middle-aged to older white people, yes. But I feel like even though I don't dance that much, I feel like I have more of an understanding of it than a lot of people do. It's supposed to kind of start in your legs,
Listen,
in your
you just started.
midsection.
Don't
in
get a
your-
big head.
Oh, no, I believe
you're
me.
an expert now. He's a
Oh,
dancing
I
expert.
just always kept off the dance floor because I wanted to give other people a chance.
I let the rhythm enter through my feet and come up through my
rhythm's gonna
legs as opposed to, from my arms out. You don't start with your arms when you're dancing.
I only use my arms.
Yeah, some people.
Arm dancing?
Yeah.
Gotta have your own signature move. Like I've got my buddies say that I have the yam shuffle when I'm dancing. So when it's just kind of just going back and forth, nice and easy, nice and easy, back and forth. Keep it contained. It's not crazy.
I keep
but
my feet planted and then I just rock back.
There you go.
Just like a pendulum.
I dance
Particular
fight.
style. Well, yes, sir?
I dance fight similar to West Side Story.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
find a
yeah.
partner,
You
and
have a switchblade?
choreographed- Yeah, well, I flicked a cigarette at someone once, and it hit their chest, and the way the ashes and embers flew, it was pretty cool.
Oh, wow. That's just,
I like that.
Did you win that particular dance fight?
That one I did.
Yeah.
But it's not about winning or losing. It's about putting on a good show, like professional wrestling. So there's no ego involved that way. I've lost plenty of dance fights.
I always-
just as long as you have a good dance fight.
That's all that matters. And you want to be
That's
a
all
good
that
dance fight partner. When I'm in my mind, when I think about dancing, I just always think of when Tony in West Side Story shows up at the dance. At first, he's not in it. He's kind of over there. And he's just kind of swaying back and forth. And that's to me, that's like dancing. That's that's how you get into it. You start with the swaying back and forth, and
Absolutely.
then you get into the rhythm. And there's a lot
Get
of
a couple drinks going too. You're like, oh,
lot
okay.
of-
The head starts going.
Yeah, well,
start
look at
moving
you.
them hips
Oh,
a little
this
bit.
guy.
Oh yeah,
Look
I
at
love
this
dancing. I'm sure there's plenty of bad videos of me dancing at weddings, and
That's
I've
what I
never
don't
feel
want
bad.
to be seen of me. I don't want it.
It's fine.
I
Greg's
don't want
absolutely
it.
right. It's
You're not
fine.
on Facebook, so nobody's going to tag you in anything. So.
Oh, that's true. That's
Or if
true.
they do, you're
Although
not
I
gonna
am.
see it.
Actually, I am. I just don't go to it.
Well,
So-
right, but people know that you don't communicate on there. They're not going to share it. Hope to get a
I don't know.
rep.
Sometimes I'll go check on there, and people have they do. They put my name into all kinds of stuff, and I think to myself, well, I better check it. Maybe there's something that I would want to know. And it never has anything to do with me. Like Facebook will say something like, so-and-so responded to something, or so-and-so had something to say about you. And then I go look at it, and no, it's just like they just mass added a bunch of people, and I was one
that's
of them.
why it's
never
garbage.
anything. So what is Facebook for anymore? Maybe the original
Birthdays. Great for
Old
birthdays.
people
Well, the original
Selling
idea,
things.
I'm old.
selling things. Yeah.
Well, I mean, beyond the scams and everything. I'm like,
No, not scams, but like Facebook Marketplace is pretty good.
oh, so
It's a Craigslist. It's the new Craigslist.
what
with a
Facebook should have
valuation.
I think before we got into the whole doom scrolling and all that, Facebook was a good idea. Maybe not a Wall Street every quarter, but do more, but a good idea.
A
in
good
the
way to
sense
stay
that
in touch with people.
families are disparate, and it's a way to that nephew, he turned 2. This is what he looks like.
Oh yeah, like
families,
graduation, something.
yes,
or other.
things like that.
Oh, I wasn't invited to that graduation. What the heck?
Oh, that makes me feel bad.
Something I realized today. I
about
had a cousin who I feel close to text me and say, "Hey, I found this really cool podcast. I don't know if you're into podcasts or anything, but." And I was like, how do you not know I'm into
I don't know.
podcasts?
I don't know if you're into podcasting or radio or anything like
Yeah,
that,
or,
but
broadcasting in
yeah.
any kind of way.
people
but
have no idea. We don't know each other. Is that a problem now?
I guess it's because I'm not on Facebook, so she
Yeah.
doesn't know me anymore.
Yeah, well, my wife's on Facebook, and all she does is tell me stories that aren't real.
There you go.
It is really sad because, especially those that like to put their politics on Facebook, it becomes very, very.
This is old people yelling at each other, right?
Yeah, it becomes very.
Well, we still believe in science.
And a lot of
sorry, but you can see. I have to say this: you can see Gen Xers turning into baby boomers. I'm seeing it happen right now.
Yeah,
they're creeping into the Facebook.
With
I'm going to believe anything I see, kind of thing.
Well, that and the political posts.
I'm noticing a lot more with the older right-wing Gen Xers and older right-wing baby boomers. There are plenty on the left that do it too.
Yeah.
But it is really sad to see people saying like, why Trump is so great, or why why everything is working exactly the way it should be
or
working.
lecturing a bunch of protesters that you don't know that in fact
Right.
we don't have a king.
Well,
yeah,
Also AI.
I'm sorry. I didn't know. Okay, well, let's all go home. I just read this Facebook post, and it says that there is no actual king, so we can all go home. Everything's fine.
Well, you see that people on Facebook are slower to recognize AI also. So a lot of AI-generated images
That's what my wife is
are getting by people on Facebook.
Yeah, that's what my wife is getting. And I wish I could remember this story that she was, as we're going to the wedding. Is this true? And immediately I thought, that just kind of sounds like it's not true. But then my son's like, did you see it on Facebook? Yeah, it's not true. And so I guess now, if you see anything on Facebook that isn't someone that you know doing something, then you should just assume that it's not true. Any story. This is a public service for our boomers and aging Gen Xers. If you see any story on Facebook that either totally validates your worldview or just seems, wow, this is very remarkable, just assume it's not true. And then claw back. Maybe 5 or 10% of them are actually going to be true. But your natural default state, I saw it on Facebook, it's probably not true.
Probably not.
Doesn't mean it's not true. It's simply probably not. Now, if it's your cousin Bobby winning an award at a high school, that's probably true. If there's a picture of that, then that's probably true.
I don't know. I don't believe it.
Yeah, could be AI.
But he is 38. I don't know why he'd be winning a high school award.
Well, Bobby has had his. He's a little slow.
He went back.
He wanted to get that high school degree. It really mattered to him. And after becoming mayor of the town, he decided to go back. So it's kind of a success story.
I want to live in that town.
Yeah.
I want to send you some of these examples because some of the ones that I get are just like and I hate to make it political.
Well, I saw doing. Go ahead.
But like the Trump ones are like almost like where he's godly,
Of
like
course,
where he's like,
yes.
he's just fixing everything, the greatest president. Everyone's just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you know what?
It
It's
happens
like,
to the other side too.
It's like being a Chiefs fan or something. Oh, you're winning, right? What are you gonna do? I don't know, Mahomes. I don't know if he got that play right. Well, he's delivering you nothing but victories, right? So it's like people in politics see themselves as being on a team, and if your team is winning, then that just makes you feel good, right? And so you're just going to kind of celebrate it. And it's just that they're in power now. Look at all the people who used to pretend that Joe Biden was sharp as a tack. Remember all those? It's the same thing. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss. Smiley Mark says extreme delays remain on 575.
Trying to get out of Woodstock, they will start to improve. Past couple of minutes, we watched first responders move this crash that's been out there since about 3:45 into the right shoulder. So no longer in that right lane. Both of the travel lanes of 575 northbound are open now, north of 6th Road, exit 11, but that 575 ride is cooked back into Kennesaw and Bells Ferry Road. That's put extra pressure on Bells Ferry, west of I-575, headed toward Holly Springs, and Main Street's a mess as well as you leave Woodstock trying to head north on Highway 5. Downtown, a lot of delays on the connector, 75-85 southbound, leaving 17th Street past Georgia Tech has 75 southbound slow in northwest Atlanta at Northside Drive, and a slow ride as you come into northeast Atlanta out of Buckhead and Brookhaven on 400 and on I-85. This report sponsored by Angry Crab Shack. Dive into Angry Crab Shack's all-new lunch specials for as low as $6, like their shrimp and crab combo with snow crab legs, head-off shrimp, corn, potatoes, and a soft drink, or their new brisket sandwich. Visit angrycrabshack.com. In the Coolray Courier Traffic Center, Smiler Mark McKay, 95.5 WSB.
If it's happening on the streets of Atlanta.
After suspect refuses to exit home on Summer Chase Drive.
If it's happening on the roads leading to Atlanta.
Looks to be a tanker truck crashed into the median on the Jam-Cam.
95.5 WSB has you covered.
The major culprits squeezing household budgets for auto insurance, gasoline, and utilities.
Your 24/7 news source. Tune in throughout the day to stay up to date.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's breaking news station.
If you need a new garage door, this could be your lucky day. Entries are open now for the $5,000 sweepstakes at Overhead Door Company of Atlanta. A winner will be chosen at random to receive $5,000 towards new garage doors, openers, or front entry doors of their choice. Deadline to enter is the end of the month to win the $5,000 sweepstakes with Overhead Door Company of Atlanta. You can't win if you don't enter. Enter now at overheaddooratlanta.com. That's overheaddooratlanta.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
George Stein literally wrote the book on DUI defense in Georgia. Let him represent you. GeorgeStein.com.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group and host of Money Unleashed. Chris, with all the things we're reading, seeing, and living through these days, from rate cuts, election season, and now a new administration, now seems like a great time to make sure we have that comprehensive plan in place. You know, the one that covers all our financial bases.
There are occasions throughout the year where I feel like it's critical for people to engage their financial lives and get the information that they deserve from a financial advisory team. And this is one of those times, to be quite frank. So we ask that you call us if you have a minimum of $500,000 in your full portfolio. But we're going to do away with that minimum so that those folks can have an equal opportunity to understand what's in their portfolio as well. Now, you have to have some money, right? I can't help you to build your wealth at work, right? But I sure can help, I believe, with your 401k, IRA management. There's probably 2 or 3 things that'll surprise you that you may want to take action on. So the next 10 people that call in will work up either a portfolio x-ray, or if you feel like you need a full retirement plan, go to unleashyourmoney.com, click on portfolio x-ray, or click on full retirement plan. We think you'll be impressed enough, and we want you to become a client. There's no question about it. We believe that we are a very competent fiduciary advisory team, and we want to offer that to our listeners. Let Hoffman Financial Group actually show you how we perform, and I believe we perform at the pinnacle of this industry.
Call the Hoffman Financial Group at 404-737-3858, 404-737-3858, or online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
Hi, I'm Dustin, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. I know finding a dream engagement ring can be overwhelming, but don't worry, we got you. As director of diamond sourcing, it's my job to make sure every single diamond at Shane Company is truly the best of the best. Our team travels the world to see diamonds up close, in person. We handpick each one for its unique fire, brilliance, and scintillation. Diamond buying is an art. Of course, we look at cut, color, clarity, and carat, known as the 4 C's, but that's not all. We also look at how each diamond looks on a hand, where it will be worn, how it makes you feel, and if it's worthy of a Shane Company customer. That type of expertise only comes from working for a company that's been a family business since 1929. We also think about your budget. We only pick the best in each grade in all shapes and sizes. Your diamond is guaranteed to be the most beautiful because a friend wants you to pick from only the best. Drop by your store or shaneco.com and see for yourself. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Greg Russ is with us. He's a film buff. Your girlfriend is a cineast. So
yeah, but we haven't gone recently to any movies, and this is really driving George insane because he saw what's the Leonardo DiCaprio?
Oh, One Battle After Another.
Yeah, he saw that, and I keep telling him, we're going to see it on Tuesday. We didn't make it. We're going to see it on Saturday. We didn't make it.
Oh, you guys settling in? You're not going to see movies anymore. That's
No,
your vibrant
not,
and young love life is movies and,
nesting.
Now you're
it's a
nesting.
3-hour run time.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday night. Do we really want if we go at 7 and then with the previews?
Yeah, and
I'm just getting old is what happens.
Well, that's what happens. The parking. So this is an interesting thing that's going on lately is that movies that are well-reviewed are bombing. Now, it's not like Superman bombed, but it didn't do what it could have done as Superman, and yet universally it got good reviews. So there's something going on. Now, here in this one, Christopher Nolan, the guy who made Oppenheimer and other great movies, Interstellar, and saw this movie, The Smashing Machine. with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. This movie more than flopped. I mean, this guy was in makeup. I mean, this is he's like, I'm going to be an actor. I'm going to make a movie.
I'm going to win the Oscar.
I'm going to win the
That's what he's
Oscar.
going for.
Yeah. A lot of people who've seen it say the movie is good, his performance is great. The movie's not quite as great as his performance, but that his performance is great. That's basically the aggregate of reviews that I've saw. This movie made, I believe, under $6 million when it came out. I mean, it's been 2 or 3 weeks now. It's probably heading to streaming already. And Christopher Nolan, like this headline, Christopher Nolan praises Dwayne Johnson, says Smashing Machine will be understood more over time, and I don't think you'll see a better performance this year or most other years. And this movie made less than $6 million. So what? And then you get to people complaining all the time, it's all tentpole movies, it's all Marvel movies. And then when you get these smaller movies where actors are taking chances and trying to do something, nobody shows up. I'm not blaming, I think maybe the pandemic and the way that they started showing stuff on streaming, people just kind of know exactly what we were talking about. If you and your girlfriend wait this out, you'll be able to watch one battle after another on streaming within
2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean 4 at the most, right? Because it's been out 4 or 5. So I don't know if there's any blame here, but I think that it's possible that we'll just stop. Why would they keep making movies like this? For theatrical release anyway.
Or hold off streaming and just say, hey, if you want to see this movie, you got to come see it.
But there's not even any word of mouth. Like the next week, it wasn't like the next week it dropped even more. So in order for that to happen, you got to have legs. The movie's got to have legs, word of mouth, and then you have a better second weekend, and it builds over time. Those kind of things.
When you hear it had a bad first weekend, I think you'd think, oh, it would have been 2 months. Now it'll be on streaming in 1 month.
Yeah.
So it only hurts it even more. Tim, you're right. They just have to hold it back. They have to say, you're not getting this for 8 months. So
right.
If you want to see it, go.
But here's the thing. If you did that with a Marvel movie, everyone would know. If you did it with this movie, I don't think most people would know that you're not seeing this movie because it has not gotten a whole lot. When something bombs that much, you're just not going to get a lot of press about it other than people seeing it and going, hey, this is a great performance. I think it's about a real guy, UFC, from the early days, like 90s of MMA, yeah?
He was in Pride, which was like another version of UFC.
Oh, okay. And so he's not a household name, so I get that. But you would think back in the old days, people would be really excited that someone it would be like if Schwarzenegger did that and was in if Schwarzenegger had made a movie in 92 that was like some kind of dramatic thing and he really pulled it off, it would be all the rage. Like, can you believe that? Schwartz? And so for The Rock to do something like this.
He's playing Mark Kerr.
Okay. For him to do it to a collective yawn.
And there was way less media then. So if something made it into the media, it was a bona fide hit. And that was what helped people get interested in it.
I guess. But I think that Schwarzenegger alone in 93, if he had done something like this, that would have gotten all the press for a movie maybe that didn't have that much of a budget and wasn't going to have that much of a publicity budget either. To go, hey, yeah, but Arnold is really acting in this one. Nobody seems to care. So why would these people make the effort in the future? And I'm not blaming the audience that didn't go. I didn't go see it either. I'm just saying, I think in the past, more of us would have seen this and thought, oh, I think I want to see that. And they're just going away, I guess, forever. In theaters, maybe just won't even be around in 10 years? Possibly. Smiler Mark says it's a slow roll on 285 through Tucker.
Monday afternoon slowing as you leave I-85 headed toward Highway 78, the Stone Mountain Freeway. Little room to move on the inner loop of the perimeter past Chambly-Tucker Road down into Clarkston and East Ponce de Leon. Just joining us, rolling into that slow stuff on 575 northbound through Kennesaw. That'll start to get better. Crash lingered in a right lane for about 90 minutes in Holly Springs. All lanes are back open, 575 northbound north of 6's Road, exit 11. But those lingering delays in the through lanes of 575 begin at Bells Ferry Road. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Smile Mark McKay, 95.5 WSB.
Want to save 1,000 bones on your next roof? Dave Baker here for Findlay Roofing, the roof guys. Right now, save $1,000 on your roof replacement. Hurry, this treat ends on Halloween. FindlayRoofing.com.
Your ride home gets dark earlier in the fall, making the constant road construction even more difficult to navigate, leading to several hundred accidents every day. Hey, it's Smilin' Mark McKay. If a negligent driver crashes into you, don't go it alone. Call the Strong Arm, John Foy and Associates, before you call your insurance company. They want to deny your claim and offer you a pitiful payout. With zero upfront costs, John Foy will fight to get all that you deserve. Call 24/7 for your free case evaluation. JohnFoy.com.
This October, Jim Ellis Kia of Kennesaw is on a mission to drive change and make a difference. In honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, Jim Ellis Kia of Kennesaw will make a donation for every vehicle sold, directly supporting research, treatment, and care for those affected by breast cancer. It's just one way we're giving back, and with your help, we're proud to commit to a minimum donation of $5,000. Upgrade your new Kia with a custom leather interior, and Jim Ellis Kia of Kennesaw will donate an additional $500. Choose from a vibrant selection of interior colors, including pink, and show your support and style. At Jim Ellis Kia of Kennesaw, you'll get more than just a great vehicle. You'll enjoy a car buying experience that's quick, easy, and convenient. With competitive pricing, a huge selection, and a team that puts your needs first, it's car shopping done right and for a great cause. Get started today at Jim Ellis Kia of Kennesaw.com or visit us at 1221 Auto Park Drive, exit 269 off I-75. Jim Ellis Kia of Kennesaw, where you can always expect the best.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Overhead Door Company of Atlanta. Our top local story: a man's arrested after going to Hartsfield-Jackson Airport with a loaded assault rifle.
There were 27 rounds that could have been fired from this weapon inside the airport.
Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum says the suspect is 49-year-old Billy Cagle of Cartersville. APD was alerted to a possible threat at the airport by Cartersville police. The suspect's family told them Cagle had been streaming on social media that he was heading to the airport to, quote, shoot it up. Mayor Andre Dickens says it's a tragedy averted.
27 or more lives could have been lost today because an individual came into Hartsfield-Jackson and after being reported coming out of Cartersville, Georgia, that had mental challenges.
Cagle has a previous felony conviction and faces multiple charges, including terroristic threats. It is 73 degrees in Atlanta, cooling off fast tonight when we could see a few rain showers. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. A 16-year-old is in critical condition after a shooting in Marietta. Police are asking for the public's help as they search for leads in the shooting Saturday night at a strip mall on Franklin Gateway.
We had reports from multiple people that there were gunshots being fired in the parking lot
at 585 Franklin Gateway.
Officer Chuck McPhillamy with Marietta Police says it's unknown if the teenager was targeted or hit by random gunfire. Amazon is getting back to normal after a major outage felt around the world, impacting apps and websites. Correspondent Wendy Gillette says the ripple effects of the outage are still being felt from banks to airlines.
They're one of the largest providers in the world.
Tech Radar's editor-at-large, Lance Ulanoff, says that's why so many businesses are involved. Amazon Web Services provides cloud computing infrastructure, effectively a backbone for much of the internet. The site Down Detector, which tracks online outages, shows the spike in problems early Monday morning.
We just created this cascading failure that infected, I can't even tell you how many different websites.
Amazon calls it an underlying issue, indicating it was not a hack. A new report gives us a better idea of who's homeless in Fulton County.
Fulton County Continuum of Care identifies vulnerable groups in the county when it comes to homelessness. The group collects data to identify and then help those living without proper shelter and point them to resources to better their living conditions. This year's report shows 69% of homeless households counted were composed of adults. 28.2% of homeless households counted had one adult and one child. 18.7% of the homeless counted were children under the age of 18. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
The U.S. Supreme Court will weigh in on whether a federal law that bars drug users from having guns violates the Second Amendment. The Trump administration urged the justices to look into it. It's the second gun rights case the High Court will hear this term, a decision expected to come by next summer. Former President Biden's son Hunter was convicted under the same law in June of 2024 before he was pardoned. A new poll finds 1 in 10 preschoolers play outside just once a week or less. Sarah Clark co-directed the poll for the C.S. Mott Children's Hospital. She says kids need outdoor playtime.
Because that's really the key to young kids having physical, social, cognitive development.
Clark says families are busy, but parents need to carve out more playtime, even if it's just a few minutes a day. Ticketmaster is promising to make changes to target scalpers. It says it'll use Social Security numbers and other taxpayer ID verification to limit users and ticket resellers to only one account. The company also says it'll utilize AI to screen for scalper accounts and cancel them. The changes come as Ticketmaster faces a lawsuit from the FTC accusing the company of working with resellers to inflate ticket prices. Ticketmaster has denied those allegations. It is 5:34. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Smiling Mark McKay.
575's been rugged, Bill, this afternoon between Kennesaw, Woodstock, and Holly Springs, all due to a crash that was in the right lane for about 90 minutes on 575 northbound above 6's Road, exit 11. That is gone. The crash is gone, but the delays remain, and they're pretty heavy, leaving Bells Ferry Road headed north out of Woodstock. 400 is crowded in Sandy Springs on 400 northbound, and those collector distributor ramps also slow, leaving 285 up to the North Springs MARTA station. The I-85 slowing into Norcross begins actually in Brookhaven, just north of Chamblee Tucker Road, rolling out of Brookhaven towards Chamblee. You'll be heavy up to Jimmy Carter Boulevard. Second slow zone will get you in Swanee, 85 northbound on the approach to Lawrenceville Swanee Road, exit 111. In the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Smiler Mark McKay, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies for this evening. Sunset just before 7 o'clock. Temperatures will be in the upper 60s at that time, cooling down to the mid to upper 40s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, high 79. A few rain showers moving through the afternoon and evening hours, then drying out and cooling down Wednesday morning into the mid to upper 40s. Wednesday afternoon, sunshine, breezy at times, high 71. Thursday, mostly sunny, morning low 45, afternoon high 73. Friday, partly cloudy skies, morning lows in the 40s, daytime highs in the mid 70s.
Right now it's 73 in Covington, 74 in Jonesboro, and 73 in Alpharetta. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
You're building a deck or adding a room? That's wonderful, but if you skip hiring an architect trying to save money, well, the builder's going to need drawings anyway. They're going to hire an architect regardless and mark up their fees to you. That's why it's smarter to start your project at Sketchhouse. Hi, I'm Richard Taylor, architect at Sketchhouse. At Sketchhouse, we'll make sure your plans are code and zoning compliant, they'll be creative, and they will look great. You're going to save thousands of dollars with Sketchhouse Architects. We're going to make this easy for you. Go to sketchhouse.com. That's sketch, H-A-U-S, sketchhouse.com.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
House Republicans are working every day to secure the southern border, end government waste, and bring down the rising cost of living that is hurting every one of us. Y'all, I'm Congressman Mike Collins, and I won't let off the gas until we fix our country and put American interest first. You can follow along at collins.house.gov because we have a lot of work to get done, and I want you involved.
Paid for with official funds from the Office of Representative Mike Collins.
Hurt on your bike? Steel Horse Law is the most experienced local law firm to protect your rights.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. Kroger shoppers never compromise. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Be an early bird and save on your Thanksgiving turkey today. Select frozen USDA Grade A Butterball whole turkeys are 99 cents a pound with your card. Limit 2. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey folks, Dave Baker here with a quick tip. When it comes to garage doors, longevity matters. Overhead Door Company of Atlanta has been serving Atlanta homeowners since 1935. That's 90 years of doing it right, day after day, door after door. Sure, new companies pop up claiming to be number one, but for real trust and experience, there's only one original overhead door, the one with the red ribbon on the trucks. Longevity matters. Quality matters. Call 404-USA-DOOR or visit overheaddooratlanta.com.
Greg Russ is only with us for this. Well, he has been with us, but this is his last segment today. So I want to turn. I want to make sure that you don't walk away leaving a very great story from Studio B1 on the table. That wouldn't be good for the audience. It wouldn't be good for us.
I've got the perfect story.
All right.
I've got the perfect story. Restaurants are now pitching water as a fine dining experience, offering water pairings, saying this water has this level of acidity, this one has this level of minerality and sweetness, and then selling bottles for $12, $11, $20. Alcohol consumption's down, and restaurants are desperate to make up for it, so they come up with this BS.
Well, yes, they have water. How do you say that word?
Sommelier.
Sommeliers.
Can I just get it out of the tap, please?
No. Yeah, you got a hose?
Well, this one place you can get it for $0, and that's the tap. They do. They still. I think they can't bar you from asking for.
No,
it's a great spot.
Free
the
water.
Tap. I love the tap.
Oh, the tap. They have the best water in town.
Best.
So
we used to offer it as still, sparkling, or filtered tap.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, this is even further than that. These are $15 a bottle, water bottles. And my favorite part of this is you can't. They treat it like wine. No ice, no lemon. Don't disturb the natural bouquet. This is
a decanter. You swirl it, smell it.
This is from the Wall Street Journal. The dining room at the Inn at Little Washington in Virginia is one of the latest in the U.S. to offer fine water. Its menu, launched this spring, includes Berg water from Newfoundland, Canada, sourced from a 15,000-year-old iceberg. Wow. The light-bodied, low-mineral water costs $95 a bottle. The menu says it tastes of ancient packed snow and air.
So nothing.
My favorite flavor, air.
It tastes of
I get air ice cream all the time.
Ancient packed snow and air.
Wonder if it has ancient bacteria in it, too.
Yes. Delicious. Water sommelier Cameron Smith said many guests have never had a choice in the water they drink beyond the standard still, sparkling, or tap. What Autumn just said.
That's right.
It would be, and he looks down on that. He says it would be like a sommelier offering only red, white, or sparkling wine. Far too limited. You know what? I can make a political point out of this, and I've been saying this more as the middle class gets eviscerated. When it comes to companies, restaurants, anything, trying to really, really serve that group, you're not going to make a bunch of money because they don't have a bunch of money. So this is yet another kind of like signpost along the way where you can see what's going on. Super serve the only people left with lots of disposable income, because nobody with 2 kids, a wife, and 2 pets in a 2-bedroom apartment is going to be going for this. Nobody who has an Uber as a side hustle is going to be going for this. So It's a little bit more. I mean, I don't want to be too, on the nose about it. It's not one for one, but it's yet one more thing where you could see, like, let's just go sell air to people who have money to burn. Because that's really the only way to make money anymore.
Well, you don't think Matilda and Leroy could go there?
I don't think Matilda and Leroy would go there.
I wouldn't go there. Too fancy. I got a hose out back and a bucket.
I like that rusty taste.
Me too. I like that coppery feel
Yeah.
you get. Got a coppery bouquet.
It certainly
Reminds me
does.
of the good old days.
Oh, when you had Bluebell ice cream and
Well, I
all those.
remember
And lead.
our old country home. Hose out
Yeah, that
back.
air
with my
flavored.
mom.
Air flavored
Air-flavored
water.
water.
It's our air flavored water, only $95 a bottle. See, that's just for people with dumb money, like dumb people with lots of money and who date people with no brains who would be impressed by the fact that you spent $95 on a bottle of water. These are the people who are being super served.
Yeah, babe.
'Cause-
But you have
yeah.
you have to think that the people serving it or the people putting it on the menu actually believe this stuff.
Not
right?
really.
Somebody does.
Nah. No, it's just, hey, listen, we got one group of people coming in here. What else can we sell them? And you do it through luxury. It's boutique. It's this thing. It's the people are doing this now, and you don't want to be left behind. And add in maybe some younger money. The Gen Xers don't drink as much. Maybe more interested in this kind of thing. The Gen Xers are, I don't know, if you believe what you read about them, they're the most boring generation in the history. I doubt that's true.
You mean Gen Z?
No, I'm sorry. What did I say? X?
You said X.
I
We
mean
meant
Gen Z. I
Because
meant
we're
Gen-
boring, but we drink.
Yeah, no, I meant Gen Z. It's like the whole thing. Now I saw a story that a lot of Gen Zers, and I'm assuming mostly women, I don't know, maybe my idea of dating, but are just accepting dates based on having a meal.
Absolutely, they are.
But
Makes
I mean,
sense.
just that.
Yeah.
Like they have no interest in anything going any further. It's just like, yeah, I need to eat tonight, so I'll go out with this guy.
Absolutely. If you match
To a
with somebody on the app, go ahead. Get dinner taken care of.
But I mean, that's kind of a very cruel thing. The person on the other end might actually be looking for love.
I like to
There's
watch
no-
women
I'm
eat.
just looking for dinner.
I know, but
Well, a
there's
lot of
no-
guys now won't pay. I hear younger guys don't actually pay for the date. So
Oh, really?
I think the women may go on this date expecting the guy to pay, then they don't pay. And the idea is you trained us. For years you said you wanted equality and we'd offer to pay and you'd say, no, I'm going to split this.
But what about
because
wanting
if we
to
did
get-
pay, then you think that we expect something. And now they are back to expecting that dudes pay.
What about wanting to get it on? I mean, don't guys just do what they think will get them laid? Isn't that the way of the world? Like I
Not if
want-
they really are looking for love.
No, I'm saying is that of course you
for
would
a
pay.
sandwich.
You're not if you would pay just because you're thinking, hey, if,
Oh, I
if I
thought you
want
were
this
saying-
person to like me, and maybe
I bought
be
you a
more-
$95 bottle of water.
Now get down. honey.
Come back to my place.
What I'm saying is everything political in this dinner? No, you set us up for this, and that's why now you're paying.
No.
I think it's up to
I
the-
don't believe it either.
It's
I
up-
don't believe it.
It's up to a guy to be smart in that scenario to realize that if you're on a date and you can sense that she's just in it for the free meal, then at the end
Then
of
you
it,
split it.
split it. Exactly. And then if
And a
if
lot
you
of
realize,
times when guys aren't getting along with the person, then they'll say, "Let's split it at the end instead of taking."
I
the
just
whole
can't imagine. I can't imagine. I mean, I haven't been on a date in 38 years, but I can't imagine. I'm just old fashioned.
You
like,
just
the
pay.
guy
You pay.
pays.
You
Like I
pay.
mean, I don't know. I would feel stupid asking somebody out on a date and then, hey, you want to go Dutch? It's like, no. The idea is I'm trying to get you to be impressed in me. With me, right?
Yeah.
I may be failing, but I'm trying to get you to be impressed with me. And I thought that would be a nice thing, that I would pick up the meal and say, order whatever you like and enjoy yourself. Like,
My boyfriend Joe has said that during an appetizer, he's known that it's not going to work out, and he just said, like, "Hey, you know what? I'm not really feeling this. You can stay. I'm going to pay for the meal, but I'm going to go."
oh my
wow.
good. Well, hey,
Good
listen.
for him.
At least he's blunt.
He's real brave like that. I'd be like, I'd just sit there and deal
Yeah.
with it and be like, maybe
Yeah.
this will be content for the radio show.
Well, you have that. You have that. Or the other side of it could be, look, I'll pay for your meal, but I'm not going to pay for your meal and sit here and deal with your halitosis for the next
Exactly.
2 hours. So,
Yeah,
I
no.
mean, if there was some kind of turn off like that, I could see it. But if it was just like, she likes puzzles, I don't. I don't know that I would do it in that situation. Greg Russ has got to go see his beloved, what is it, the Rangers?
Yes, the New York Rangers.
All right, who are they playing?
Minnesota Wild, boring team. One
They're
of
not
these
good?
expansion teams. Well, Minnesota, I guess, used to have a team, the Stars, and then the Stars moved to Dallas. And
Okay.
Minnesota it makes sense to have hockey in Minnesota, but for whatever reason, their logo, I don't like it.
So
I
you're
think
saying
they're
you're
gonna
going
make
and
it
you're predicting that, but the way you see it is your team just can't lose this game.
I don't know. The Rangers haven't scored a goal at home yet. This is their 4th home game.
Woo!
So
All right.
let's see.
All right, well, have fun. Maybe they'll score that first goal and the whole place will go wild.
I think so.
All right, then go see one battle after another. George Clark's getting very angry at you.
He is angry, I know.
Have a great night. Smiling Mark says there's a big rig breakdown slowing 285 in East Point.
And a hero unit just arrived and ushered that said big rig to the right shoulder. Had been hanging out in that left center lane of 285 southbound at Washington Road exit 1. So we will start to see improvement on that particular part of the perimeter. That's I-285 in East Point. Going to take a while. You're rolling into the sunshine across the north side. 285 westbound is slowing, leaving Georgia 400 to I-75. Bumper to bumper is that battle now out of Dunwoody. 285 eastbound, leaving 400 past I-85. How's the ride into the heart of Midtown, downtown Atlanta, Sky Smith?
Well, we've got some delays on the southbound connector moving through the city. You're going to get some relief as you approach I-20. I-85 southbound, we're jammed up, leaving 400 all the way down to 17th Street. Heavy on I-75 southbound, starting at Howell Mill Road, exit 252. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
More local news.
Folk Brown stop at the airport. Meanwhile, Governor Kemp reacting.
Interloop injury crash, 2 left lanes.
More weather.
This thunderstorm is capable of producing a quick spin up.
Atlanta's morning news. Tomorrow morning at 5.
Wake up with 95.5 WSB.
How Atlanta starts its day.
2 houses, same neighborhood, nearly identical on paper, but one had an orchard sign and it sold for a lot more. So what gives? Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. The first seller went the trad route. Agent, open houses, price drops, long size, and eventually they gave in and settled for less. The second seller, they went with Orchard. Orchard didn't just list the home, they launched it. Their local agent knew which upgrades would get attention, brought in the right team, and handled everything like a well-oiled home selling machine. Oh, and they also let the seller move first with Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program. That means no showings while living in a half-packed house, no buyers judging your choice of throw pillows, just peace, quiet, and top dollar. One got stress, the other got smart. Don't settle. Sell the smart way with Orchard. Start with a free home valuation at orchard.com. That's orchard.com.
Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now. 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
It's happening, guys. Your hair's thinning, the crown's disappearing. Hair loss might have you feeling you've lost your identity. It's Mark Arum here. Thankfully, there's Advanced Hair Simple One-Day Treatment. You decide how much, how thick, and where. It's your own natural hair that begins regrowing the very next day, and it's guaranteed to grow for life. I've seen Advanced Hair's incredible results with my own eyes. Get your free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts. Call 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Fall is a busy time and selling your home can be overwhelming. Get a guaranteed cash offer from Mark Spain Real Estate and sell your home stress-free and for the most money. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our guaranteed offer is the easiest way to sell your home. With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can bypass the market, receive the strongest all-cash offer in the industry, and close in as little as 21 days. Our guaranteed offer keeps you in control. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
The guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, president of Leaf Filter, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
First of all, this guy that shows up on CNN with the cowboy hat.
That's my brand, man.
He used to show up on Fox, I think. Yeah, this is my brand. Some people show up, their brand is a bow tie. Easy a bow tie, it's him. That's his brand. Yeah, I'm the guy with the cowboy hat. Everybody's a brand.
I'm going to go as him for Halloween.
You should. Who are you? I'm that guy on CNN who shows up in a cowboy hat.
I want to show up on CNN.
Oh, you talking about Chuck, whatever his last name is? Yeah, that guy.
I want to show up with a pirate hat on.
Well, that's going to be your brand when you
my
go
brand.
on CNN.
I'm the pirate guy.
A tam.
I'm going to wear a tam, everyone will know.
I'm Tam Tim.
Tim.
Yes.
And then now they're talking about, they just fall for anything that, Trump has them eating out of his hand. He's like, he knows if I do something slightly outrageous, they're just going to talk about it on CNN and MSNBC all day long. So
the 2 AI videos from the weekend were pretty funny.
They are funny. I'm not saying that they're not funny. I don't know that it means like I would go, oh, the country's healthy when presidents are putting stuff like, I was like, is it funny? Yes, it's funny. There's no doubt it's funny. If a third party, if somebody in MAGA had just put it up, which I guess they did, he reposted it. But so the idea is he's in the cockpit of, was it like an F-16 or something like that?
And it says King Trump on the F-16.
And he's wearing a crown. And then he drops a cloud of feces on the protesters.
Yes.
Is it funny? Yes. It's impossible to look at it and go, that's not funny. It is funny. But can you imagine Dwight Eisenhower? It's you look at all of the...
Should a president do that? I would say no.
I would say no, I don't think so, because to me, if I was president, I would always be thinking, I'm still the president of all the people who hate me. There's never been a president who wasn't hated by some either small or large section of the country. And I think the proper way to look at it is they may hate me and they may protest me, but I'm still their president, and I have to still look out for them, and I have to, I have to be above it, kind of. Above it without dropping feces. But listen, the point is, it is funny. It is funny.
J.D. Vance put one up on Blue Sky too, which of course that's primarily left wing over there, and
so they're gaslighting.
They're absolutely gaslighting.
Did he get banned?
Or whatever gaslighting means now.
Well, they tried to ban him, but then he got reinstated over there, and there's a shot, an AI version of Trump getting a crown put on his head, and in the background you see Pelosi and Schumer kneeling before him, and of course everybody's freaking out.
I never did that.
Are you saying that's AI? That's not really you?
That's AI.
Look here, buddy boy. I would never do that, and neither would Nancy.
I don't know, Chuck. I see you guys. It looks real to me. I don't know. It seems like you're bending knee.
If we agree
King Trump.
If we agree to end this impasse in the House and pass a budget resolution, we will be destroyed in the primary.
That will be in the Senate, not the House. It's already passed the House.
Well,
Chuck.
then they
stupid.
can. Yeah. All right, you old drunk bag.
All right, now you too.
You'll get on your knees for me.
It's the problem. No leadership on that side, Eric.
Yeah, they're just going at one another. Trump's dropping feces on top of all. But the point being that, of course, CNN is paneling it all day. So sometimes just
let it go.
Just let it go. And recognize that you're being messed with, and you're coming out on the wrong end by responding to it. Just let it go. Chuckle and let it go. Smile at Mark says there are delays on I-20 east around Six Flags.
Yep, east and west. The eastbound delays are that normal slowing, trying to get into that tight interchange at I-285, Eric. Westbound, starting to see the sunshine. That's the angle of the sun as you leave Six Flags, topping Six Flags Hill and Thornton Road exit 44. Coming off the downtown connector, which is crowded, especially northbound, and heading through East Atlanta. It's a tight fit I-20 East, leaving 75-85, heading out to Moreland Avenue in East Atlanta. Sky Smith is taking you home to Conyers.
I-20 eastbound in the construction zone. You've got a way better ride heading out to Conyers. Got a little bit of brake action going on just past Wesley Chapel Road. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Or are they promising you up to 10% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you have a plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Call Trajan today. 404-208-3300. That's 404-208-3300.
Annuities, non-advisory products. DBA Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
When it comes to buying a vehicle, the name to remember is Jim Ellis Automotive. Hi, I'm Stacy Ellis, Vice President of the Jim Ellis Automotive Group. As Georgia's largest family-owned dealer group, we offer car shoppers unmatched advantages, starting with access to more than 5,500 new, certified pre-owned and pre-owned vehicles. With 21 convenient locations across Metro Atlanta and 17 top automotive brands, we have the selection you want and competitive pricing to fit your budget. But more importantly, we've made the buying process quick, easy, and convenient with the Jim Ellis Expressway. Visit one of our state-of-the-art showrooms for a top-tier customer service experience or shop from the comfort of home. Browse our entire inventory of more than 5,500 cars, trucks, and SUVs, calculate your payment, apply for financing, and even start your trade-in process online. It's car buying on your terms. And don't forget, Jim Ellis buys cars too. It's a safe and easy way to get maximum value for your car. To get started, visit JimEllis.com. Jim Ellis Automotive, where you can always expect the best.
Two houses, same neighborhood, nearly identical. But one had an orchard sign and it sold for way more. So what happened? Well, the first homeowner used a traditional agent. And after weeks of sitting on the market, price drops, and mounting frustration, they settled for less than they'd hoped for. The second homeowner chose Orchard. Their local Orchard agent didn't just list the home, they knew how to market it properly. They knew which upgrades would attract serious buyers, brought in pros to handle the prep, and positioned the home to sell for top dollar. And thanks to Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, that homeowner moved into their new place before the old one even hit the market. No showings, no disruptions, no living in limbo. That's the difference. Never settle for less. Get more with Orchard. Start with a free home valuation at orchard.com. That's orchard.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story, police foil an alleged plot to shoot up the world's busiest airport.
Tragedy averted is how Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens describes Billy Cagle's drive to Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. His family alerted Cartersville police he was live streaming on the way there to, quote, shoot it up.
He's a felon with a semi-automatic weapon, and he's got mental challenges, and he's approaching the world's busiest and most efficient airport.
Atlanta police have spotted and arrested an unarmed Cagle after he strolled in and checked out the crowded TSA area. In his pickup at the South Terminal doors, an AR-15 rifle with 27 .556 rounds.
27 or more lives could have been lost today.
At Atlanta Police Headquarters, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
72 degrees in Atlanta, dropping back into the 40s tomorrow morning. Will we see any rain? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. This is all new at 6 o'clock. The Atlanta City Council approves an ordinance increasing minimum firefighter staffing. It requires a minimum of 4 firefighters per ladder truck. Union Rep Nate Bailey said last week it's needed to keep everyone safe.
Our people are crying out. They want help. They want people on the trucks.
He says it's life or death. Marietta police are asking for the public's help as they investigate a shooting that leaves a teenager in the hospital.
Police received multiple calls about a shooting at a strip mall on Franklin Gateway Saturday night. Marietta's Chuck McPhillamy says officers found one victim when they arrived.
They located a 16-year-old juvenile male hiding between 2 vehicles that were parked and unoccupied. That 16-year-old was struck by gunfire.
The victim was taken to the hospital and was in critical but stable condition. Police would like to hear from anyone who has information about that weekend shooting. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
The victim killed in a road rage crash on I-75 over the weekend is identified by the Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office as 21-year-old Damari Jordan. The State Patrol says it was a road rage incident that escalated into a shootout between 2 drivers. The victim was then hit by an unknown vehicle that drove away from the scene. A police vehicle also hit the man. The medical examiner has not yet released a cause of death. Infectious disease experts from around the world are in Atlanta this week to discuss a number of topics, including how to increase vaccine confidence.
Vaccine hesitancy remains a major threat to public health. It may be growing. It's highly contextual. But remember that our overall vaccination coverage remains high.
Dr. Sean O'Leary from the University of Colorado says many times it's access to vaccines that's a bigger problem than vaccine hesitancy. UGA says enrollment is up this fall, and the increase is driven by a record number of homegrown students.
Enrollment across the University of Georgia stands at just under 44,000. That's an increase of 1.7% over last fall. Georgia students make up a record 83% of undergraduates. UGA's freshman class includes 215 Georgia valedictorians and salutatorians from 463 high schools around the state. UGA President Jerry Moorhead says as the college continues to rise in prominence, it will always prioritize providing opportunities for talented students from across Georgia. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
On day 20 of the government shutdown, some key government employees get troubling news.
The Trump administration furloughing 1,400 workers on Monday at the Energy Department's National Nuclear Security Administration. That agency maintains and secures the U.S. stockpile of nuclear weapons. What that does is leave just about 400 employees to, quote, the Energy Department, support the protection of property and the safety of human life. I'm Bloomberg's Tom Busby for 95.5 WSB.
Now, WSB Money Update. Gas prices nationwide now average below $3 a gallon for the first time in years. Gas Buddy says the average price is now $2.98, down 19 cents in the past month and 15 cents lower than a year ago. Here in Georgia, the average price today is $2.81 a gallon. It is now 6:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Smile and Mark McKay.
All right, going to get you home to the northern suburbs. What a difference a rush hour makes through Cobb County. Last Friday afternoon, you couldn't move. This afternoon, Monday, you're doing fine. Out of northwest Atlanta, trying to get into Marietta. You'll see the brake lights, I-75 northbound on the approach to Highway 5. Clear it once you get past Kennesaw State University. 575 has been a struggle out of Kennesaw through Woodstock throughout the afternoon, and we are still seeing that this evening. Starting at Bells Ferry Road, through lanes also are heavy, leaving Highway 92. Your only 400 delays are northbound around the North Springs MARTA station, rolling up through Sandy Springs toward Roswell. How's that ride into Norcross, Sky Smith?
I-85 north, the brake lights are heavy as you approach I-285 and as you pass Jimmy Carter Boulevard. You're going to be hitting the speed limit once you get to Beaver Ruin Road, exit 102. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies for this evening. Sunset just before 7 o'clock. Temperatures will be in the upper 60s at that time, cooling down to the mid to upper 40s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, high 79. A few rain showers moving through the afternoon and evening hours. sun drying out and cooling down Wednesday morning into the mid to upper 40s. Wednesday afternoon, sunshine, breezy at times, high 71. Thursday, mostly sunny, morning low 45, afternoon high 73. Friday, partly cloudy skies, morning lows in the 40s, daytime highs in mid 70s.
68 in Lithia Springs, 72 in Decatur, and in Milton. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Let's go, Caiaccio. Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. So Colombia has said that was not a narco-terrorist on this whatever boat, Colombian boat that we blew up. They said it was an innocent fisherman, and they gave a name. Now, can I check this name out and know whether or not that person was an innocent fisherman? No. The answer is no. I can't do that right now. But they have put out a name. So it is find outable as to whether or not this person that we murdered had any connection whatsoever with a narco-terrorist. We're getting the first name out of all these people we've killed, not from our government, but from the Colombian government. So when they said this is the guy's name and he was a fisherman, he was not a narco-terrorist, Trump's response was, we're throwing more tariffs on you, and maybe you're next. Maybe we're going to come after maybe we need to topple your government as well. Our government has not responded with, no, we have the evidence. You see, in adult land, come with me where adults are running things. If the Colombian president says this guy wasn't a narco-terrorist, this is his name, blah, 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 the adults would come back with, oh, that's interesting because we've got a dossier. We know exactly who this person is, and here's A, B, C, D, why we murdered him. Instead, we just chose not to answer at all and say, yeah, basically what we said was, yeah, that may be true, but we're a lot bigger than you, and you have no chance against our military. So shut up or face it, which seems to be,
Seems like that's what we're doing, yeah.
Every once in a while, we're going to murder an innocent citizen in your country. And your problem with it is because if you want to fight, I got some people behind me itching to do that. So is that what you want to do? Or do you want to be like us and say that was a lesser person? Nobody needs to cry for that person. I mean, it's not like they're a billionaire or something like that makes them their life, you could see the value right there.
Heck, I'm scared to take Yamamoto out on Lake Lanier now.
Yeah,
Trump might take me down.
You never know.
We have drones.
But that's really what it is. You need to understand is the people, and it's not, there's plenty of Democrat administrations the same way. It's a matter of power when you want to get things done. There are people who don't matter. They don't count. Their lives, their individual life does not have the same value as other lives that we think are more important. And these types of people think you got to break some eggs to make an omelet. So some innocent people have to die, but as they retire, they'll write books and tell you why that's a good thing. So it's like that show Succession, and I wish I remember they had a category for this type of person, that this was a type of person you didn't have to worry about. They basically don't matter. The whole thing, do you remember, George, what it was like
maybe expendable or something.
But it was like an MLP or something like that. There was an acronym for it. And basically what it meant was if throughout our businesses, if we kill people like that, we don't even have to think about it. They're not the type of person that can mount any sort of grievance that we would have to worry about. And then as you go up the hierarchy of types of people, then there are people that you have to worry about and not want them.
NRPI, no real person involved.
Yeah, NRPI. Because the whole thing is based on what had happened, they own a cruise line or something, and somebody that worked there got killed and it was covered up. And that's the whole thing. That person who got killed was NRPI, no real person involved. Real person means somebody who can cause trouble. And that's how these people think. You or I might feel bad if we accidentally murdered an innocent person. Marco Rubio doesn't. Donald Trump doesn't. That person, if Colombia is correct that it was just an innocent fisherman, is NRPI, not something that we have to deal with. And I had somebody tell me the other day that I place too much value on human life. I was told that. And I thought, okay, number one, guilty. I will, yes, I'm guilty of that. But it really got me thinking, like, well, what else do you put value on? We're humans. We are humans. So if I don't value human life, then I'm not valuing my life. I'm saying, well, this is just a chessboard. You're in the right place, the wrong place, whatever. You got to make the next move to win the game. If you're in the right place, you don't get murdered. If you're in the wrong place, you do. But that was said to me. Because I too many times I was talking about people being zip-tied on the streets. Like, your problem is you place too much value on human life. Guilty.
Whoops.
Sorry.
My bad.
You can put that right on my gravestone. That's not going to embarrass me. I don't know what it is I'm supposed to value more than human life if I'm a human being. But I assure you, that's exactly how people in power feel. NRPI, no real person involved. Real person means somebody who has enough power to cause us trouble. So there are so many things going on that there, and the media that still, they're trying to play ball with Trump, but you can tell they still hate him. Not making a big deal about this, about what, if every single person involved that has been blown up is not a narco-terrorist, these are crimes against humanity. Can't just murder people. And in the open daylight. Now, we've had covert programs that have been going on forever, but at least the idea was, well, we're not going to do it. We're not going to brag about it, So I don't know why it is. I mean, if, CNN will spend way more time on Trump reposting an AI video of him, dropping poo on protesters or whatever, that becomes, but very little from the media about this. And even if you agree with it, you're lying if you don't admit it's quite extraordinary that we're doing this. It's not like, oh, well, every president does. No, it's extraordinary.
Even in some of the stuff you requested earlier, like I go through and I start looking at where the news cycle goes from the weekend, and you had requested some audio from Rand Paul and Meet the Press talking about this very issue.
Yeah.
And while I was doing my circles looking around, I didn't see anything about it. And then when I actually watched the interview, I was compelled to watch more of what Rand Paul had to say.
Play the longer clip. Because he mentions something at the very end that is the real problem here.
No, they go against all of our tradition. When you kill someone, you should know, if you're not at war, not in a declared war, you really need to know someone's name at least. You have to accuse them of something. You have to present evidence. So all of these people have been blown up without us knowing their name, without any evidence of a crime. And for decades, if not centuries, when you stop people at sea in international waters or in your own waters, you announce that you're going to board the ship and you're looking for contraband, smuggling, or drugs. This happens every day off of Miami. But we know from Coast Guard statistics that about 25% of the time the Coast Guard boards a ship, there are no drugs. So if our policy now is to blow up every ship we suspect or accuse of drug running, that would be a bizarre world in which 25% of the people might be innocent.
And I know a lot of people are listening to that right now going, hell yeah, no problem. So what? 1 out of 4 of them were innocent. We stopped the drug trade. Eric, you value human life too much.
Isn't this boat that we just blew up the 4th one? And now we're finding out
I think it's 5th. I think we're in the 5th. I think
there was a submarine too.
What was there?
There were survivors on that one as well. They boarded it, I think.
Yeah, well, that's what you mean. If it's a narco submarine, track it when it comes up. Right? I mean, it's like they're not going to stay.
It's got to come up.
Yeah, they're not going to stay down there forever. So
show the drugs.
Yeah, but I'm just pointing it out. I'm not the Michael Moore of 2020. I'm just pointing it out because I'm coming to the conclusion that a lot of people will hear what Rand Paul just said. 25%. We have the statistics. We've done this. 25% of the time, we're wrong. We thought it was a drug boat and it wasn't. And I'm just trying to get used to the new world where I know a lot of people are listening to that and going, yeah, well, that's the way it goes. Because I couldn't disagree with that more. I'm not going to spend the rest of my life yelling at people who believe that. But it's astonishing to me. And what it means, and I know there's a lot of people in MAGA that won't admit this, but that's okay. It's my job to throw cold water. If you think that what you're saying is, we in MAGA have recognized that the Constitution of the United States does not allow us to solve our most pressing problems. You have to look in the mirror at yourself, at your face, and say, that's the person I am now. And that's okay. Declare yourself. Say it's 2025. We've been around 250 years, almost. And one thing's become clearly obvious to this movement. The Constitution of the United States does not allow you to solve your most pressing problems. Own it. Walk forward with it. Use it as a rationale. But do not trick yourself into believing that you are not that person now. You are. Smiling Mark says the ride is getting difficult into Midtown.
Yeah, we usually see the easing of the delays heading south on 75, 400, and 85. Not so this evening. It's difficult indeed on 75 southbound approaching Howell Mill North Side Drive. Out of Buckhead, you're fine until you hit the I-85 merge. Then it's stop and go past 17th Street. Still difficult on the connector southbound, trying to work your way to I-20. That is when you start to break free if you're heading to the airport. Heading north into the city now with Sky Smith.
Connector northbound is rolling slow just past 166. The brake-like action is continuing on. As you pass I-20, you're going to break free once you hit the Varsity for a smoother ride through Midtown. This report is sponsored by True Natural Gas. They could report aliens have landed, but that wouldn't be true. Here's something that is true. True Natural Gas offers low rates and great customer service. Visit TrueNaturalGas.com. From the Colray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Mark Arrow.
I bet the show is more enjoyable.
Local. Hormel Food expected to lay off about 135 employees from the facility they have over in Tucker.
Topical. That surprised me. Hormel, I thought they'd be hiring.
Mark Arrow.
Really a game changer.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
You fell in love with her because she's unlike any other woman in the world. So why settle for an ordinary engagement ring you could find almost anywhere? Well, I know a place where you can design your own custom engagement ring. Terra Fine Jewelry Company. At Terra, the styles and designs are endless, and their expert jewelers make it easy to bring your personally designed engagement ring to life. Your bride-to-be deserves more than a cookie-cutter engagement ring, so explore the vast options of custom design rings at Terra Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort, Georgia. Terra Fine Jewelry Company.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Pro athletes and attorneys count on George Stein, the DUI lawyer. You can too. GeorgeStein.com.
Sponsored by Progressive. We make the claims process easy, so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at Progressive.com.
Contractors and builders know Randall Brothers is Atlanta's premier building material supplier. Dave Baker here. Randall Brothers has a wider variety of building products than their competitors, so you can find the specialty stock you need fast. And their experienced reps actually know the job and the product, so you can bounce ideas with a dependable, knowledgeable partner. Randall Brothers, widest selection, industry expertise, accurate, no-hassle deliveries. RandallBrothers.com.
So apparently when Zelensky was at the White House, from behind closed doors, people could hear Trump yelling at him. F-bombs flying around.
You're gonna end this GD war, or I'm gonna smack you around. You understand? I want you to take it to the. No, you can take it to the bank. I am not. Look, I told everybody I'd have it done in 2 weeks. Look at it. I don't know, 8 months, whatever, 9 months. And I want you to do what I need you to do and give them their GD land and surrender.
So,
smack.
Now, I tend to, I'm in agreement with where Trump really is on this and where he's coming down right now. The problem is that Trump, like everything else, he's all over the place. So he's now saying, well, he's moderated it, saying, well, maybe they could win, but I don't think they will. Yesterday was Zelensky, and all around it's like, they can't win. So basically the idea is just stop it here. Wherever the battle lines are now, just stop it. Problem is, like 2 weeks ago, Trump socialed the idea that they could win it all, get it all back. It's like,
and even take some from Russia.
So he's all over the place on this stuff. I think.
Well, then we had a great phone call, and Putin told me I looked great on TV the other night, and I said, all right, it's over.
Let's end this thing.
Well, the latest, I guess the latest kerfuffle was about the Tomahawk missiles, right?
Right.
The reason
I think Zelensky was led to believe that he was this close to getting the Tomahawk missiles, which would allow him to strike deep into Russia.
Yes.
And then the Putin call happens, and he basically gets round 2 of what happened in front of cameras behind closed doors. And in between, we've been playing nice with him because Trump thought he could put the charm spell on Putin. And it's not going to work on Putin. Putin is not interested in Trump or any of that stuff. He knows what he wants, and he's ruthless. And but here's the problem: is now the Wall Street Journal, who I give money to every year because outside of their editorial page, which I ignore, to me it's still the best paper all the way around.
I mean, the Wall Street Journal.
They are neocon hacks, and they're that crowd and the Euro crowd and all these people are saying, no, but they don't have a plan. They don't have a plan for Ukraine to win this war. You cannot win. They just keep it going, and maybe the Russian people will get mad at Putin and kick him out of office, with the assumption that the next person would be against this war, which, by the way, you don't know, because at least early on, Navalny was for it. So we misinterpret this idea that all the Russians are against this war. It's just this mad. No, it's not. That's not the way that it is. Whether it's legitimate, we get propagandized here. Remember how much we all loved the Iraq war when it started? Well, that happens everywhere else too. It doesn't matter if they're right or they're wrong. They may have properly propagandized everybody. I'm sure there's people who are against the war in Russia. There's people who are against the war in any country that goes to war. I'm not saying there aren't, but to assume that overwhelmingly Russians agree with us. Remember when we were told that overwhelmingly Iraqis agreed with us? Afghanis wanted what we wanted for them. That's not true. It's a different country. It's a different culture. And if you don't understand it, and neither do I, because we don't live inside of it. But this war, you're either going to end it and people are going to stop dying. And I get it, because I don't buy a premise that has everybody else so engaged. This idea that he's just going to keep on going, and before you know it, he's marching into other European capitals. I don't see that at all. I know a lot about the backstory here. Now, again, it's my opinion from what I know. But my opinion is that in the mid-2000s, NATO started messing with him, not the other way around. Cancel me. Call my program director. Call me un-American. Sorry for having knowledge about how this stuff happened. And what I just said doesn't make Putin a good person. It has nothing to do with it. Stop thinking about the world that way. There's a really good leader and there's a really bad leader. And everybody wants the good leader to be. No, they're leaders. Okay, that's all you need to know. Putin is ruthless. But my reading of history is that in the mid-2000s, between 2003 and 2006, NATO decided they're weak, they're a backwater, let's push them off. Let's just push them out of the history books. We can crush them. They just don't have what it takes, and we can crush them. And lo and behold, the Russians didn't agree. And so
Wasn't it Georgia first where they tried?
Georgia, our CIA has been all over Ukraine forever. So like 30 seconds after the wall fell.
Yeah.
In Berlin. So that's the way. Listen, the only plan that's not Trump's plan is just keep going and going and going and going and keep your fingers crossed. At some point, the Russian people get tired of it and get rid of Putin, and then we'll get like an American takeover. It's the same old neocon plan. Why are you allowing yourselves to be conned again? Smilin' Mark says 85 is struggling into Norcross.
Yet to break free. 85 northbound, leaving Chambly Tucker Road. Crash went to the shoulder. We have it on the jam cam. Completely off to the right now on 85 northbound at Beaver Ruin Road, exit 102. Putting extra pressure on that northeast freeway, leaving 285. Traffic to Baran just told me about a crash slowing you out of Toco Hills, trying to get toward Clarkston. North Druid Hills Road, westbound at Lawrenceville Highway. That's where that crash has you slow. Tap of the brakes, nothing more on 400 as you leave Sandy Springs. What about the ride through Cobb County, Sky Smith?
I-75 northbound, heading up to Marietta. You're looking pretty good. You are slowing down a bit past Town Center Mall, all the way up to Kennesaw. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
So you're losing your hair and you need a simple solution that works, but you want the best. It's Mark Aram here. Modern technology, top-rated physicians. You want something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair's completely redefined hair restoration, from the experience itself to the unmatched results they produce. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, address them all with a simple one-day treatment in a calm, relaxed environment with experienced pros. Advanced Hair has performed tens of thousands of breakthrough advanced FUE treatments, and get this, your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day. No one else in Atlanta can offer the advanced FUE found at Advanced Hair. Fix your hair loss today, starting with your free consultation, and you'll also get $500 off if you move forward. Call 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with the team that's redefined hair restoration. And don't forget to ask about that Advanced Hair Guarantee, 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
If you have Medicaid and are new to Medicare, you may qualify to enroll in a Humana Medicare Advantage dual-eligible special needs plan with a lot more benefits like dental, vision, and hearing, along with helpful support when you need it most. Now is the time to see if you qualify to enroll. It only takes a few minutes to find out if you're eligible. Our licensed sales agents are ready to help you understand your options. So this Medicare planning season, we can help you plan well. Learn more at humanaduals.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a dual-eligible special needs HMO SNP plan with a Medicare contract and a contract with the state Medicaid program. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic,
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top local story, a man's arrested after going to Hartsfield-Jackson Airport today with an assault rifle loaded with 27 rounds of ammunition.
We did have a tragedy averted today.
Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum says the suspect is 49-year-old Billy Joe Cagle of Cartersville.
Cartersville Police Department was alerted by the family of Mr. Cagle that he was streaming on social media, that he was headed to the airport, in their words, to shoot it up.
He was arrested in the TSA area. The gun was found in a truck outside the airport. Cagle has a previous felony conviction and faces multiple charges, including terroristic threats. It is 71 degrees in Atlanta, cooling down into the 40s by morning. Do we have any rain chances this week? Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. All new this half hour, 6 men are now indicted in connection to a shooting that killed a baby girl at a Cobb County motel. A shootout at the Budgetel Inn off Circle 75 Parkway near the Battery last month killed 9-month-old Isaiah McDougal. A Cobb County grand jury indicts Ladarius Brown, Noah Martin, Javian Young, Cameron Harris, Natima Ware, and Anthony Smith. Brown, Martin, and Young all face 2 counts of felony murder. Police say Young and Martin exchanged gunshots with Brown. The baby was caught in the crossfire. A 16-year-old is in critical condition after a shooting in Marietta. Police are asking for the public's help as they search for leads in the shooting Saturday night at a strip mall on Franklin Gateway.
The preliminary information suggests that there were 2 different shooters, but that's not yet confirmed.
Officer Chuck McPhillamy with Marietta Police says it's unknown if the teen victim was involved somehow or if he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Amazon is bouncing back from a major outage that knocked out popular apps and websites around the world today. The company says it's fixed what it's calling an underlying issue, signaling to many industry analysts that this was not a hack. CBS's Wendy Gillette reports it's yet another reminder of the world's interconnectedness.
It's just the latest major internet failure demonstrating the world's online dependence. Last year, a CrowdStrike software outage grounded planes around the world and affected hospitals and courts. Amazon Web Services last had a major outage 2 years ago.
Some of the ripple effects of the outage may still be felt from banks to airlines. A snapshot of the homeless situation in Fulton County. Dawn Butler with the Fulton County Department of Community Development tells us about the 2025 point-in-time count report.
And what we did see last year is we saw a reduction in the numbers that were counted from the previous year.
She says it's not clear what's behind the reduction, but it could be due to bad weather when the count was done. Most of the homeless in Fulton are adults. The city of South Fulton makes a major move to strengthen public safety infrastructure. The city council votes unanimously to move forward with a $96 million bond to pay for a new police headquarters and combined fire headquarters and training center. The new police headquarters will feature upgraded technology, workspaces, and facilities to enhance law enforcement operations. Many of us plan to spend big on Halloween.
The National Retail Federation says that on average, Americans will spend $114 per person for Halloween candy, decorations, and costumes. $1.4 billion will be spent collectively for kids' costumes, another $2 billion for adults.
And Jim Ryan says Americans plan to spend a whopping $860 million to dress up their pets. The Atlanta City Council posthumously honors actor Malcolm Jamal Warner with a proclamation at today's council meeting. Warner rose to fame in the 1980s sitcom The Cosby Show. Council member Michael Julian Bond says Warner was more than just a television icon. He was a voice for our generation. It is now 6:34. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins with Smiling Mark McKay.
DJ Ron, our traffic trooper Ron, is really helping us out in the Clarkston area. First told us about that westbound crash on North Druid Hills Road at Lawrenceville Highway right as he got on to I-285. Spotted another one in Clarkston. This is 285 southbound. The inner loop at exit 40 East Ponce de Leon Avenue. With that left lane knocked out, 285, the inner loop slow through Tucker. In fact, the inner loop delays continue as you leave Georgia 400. Still trying to get into Doraville is a bit of a challenge out of Dunwoody. Despite the sunshine in your eyes, 285 westbound is working well between Sandy Springs and I-75. Nothing more than a bit of a slow zone at the Chattahoochee River and down the west side. Perimeter easing up below South Cobb Drive, exit 40. Keeping watch on the West Freeway, Sky Smith.
I-20 westbound. Now, we've got the sunshine slowdown happening over there just past Six Flags, improving through Lithia Springs from the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies for this evening. Sunset just before 7 o'clock. Temperatures will be in the upper 60s at that time, cooling down to the mid to upper 40s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, high 79. A few rain showers moving through the afternoon and evening hours, then drying out and cooling down Wednesday morning into the mid to upper 40s. Wednesday afternoon, sunshine, breezy at times, high 71. Thursday, mostly sunny, morning low 45, afternoon high 73. Friday, partly cloudy skies, morning lows in the 40s, daytime highs in mid 70s.
68 in Dunwoody, 72 in Midtown Atlanta, 71 in Noonan. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
You've thought about assisted living for your parents, but maybe the right answer is renovating your home and having mom or dad move in. I'm Richard, Chief Architect at Sketch House, where we create custom architectural drawings for homeowners looking to remodel. Why get drawings first? You'll know what's possible. You'll be able to get pricing and compare builders apples to apples, and builders love drawings. You'll get bumped to the top of their list with drawings in hand. Let Sketch House help you make a decision about your aging parents at a fixed price. Visit sketchhouse.com. That's sketch, HAUS.com.
The Steel Horse Law name strikes fear in the heart of big insurance companies. We make them pay.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS for Kids.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
More and more these days, people are in pain, are taking control of their health and looking beyond the traditional medicine. Hey, it's Mark here. That's why QC Kinetics is so successful. People with chronic joint pain are learning that there are other options besides steroids, meds, and surgery. Patients fighting pain are getting lasting relief using advanced cellular treatments. It's QC Kinetics regenerative medicine that can revitalize your joints using growth factors from your own body. And check it out, guys. It's a simple injection. No hospital stay. It's fast, all natural, and no downtime. I want you to call QC Kinetics and get a free consultation. Exercise your freedom to look beyond the same old solutions. Thousands of patients around the country finding a better life with QC Kinetics and their amazing regenerative treatments. Call now to get started. 770-285-8026. That's 770-285-8026. Appointments available on Saturdays. Lawrenceville, Sandy Springs, Marietta, Stockbridge, Decatur, and Douglasville.
Guy on Instagram, just let me have it, man.
Oh, Dylan got you.
Yeah, because if you have any thought process whatsoever that doesn't 100% agree with the president at all times, you're suffering from Trump derangement syndrome. That's what everybody is. Because if you weren't, you would just recognize that every single thing the man does is just brilliantly wonderful and great. Why can't you see? Oh, you have a medical condition. You don't disagree with my ideas. This is how it works, brother. I'm 100% right, and you're suffering from a medical condition, and you're lucky because I can also not only be 100% right on my position, I'm good at diagnosing your situation. And
what has happened to my WSB?
And the guy throws in since 70% of the people listening to you voted for them.
70%.
What are you saying, sir? I should come in pander to you.
He did all the work.
Every day. I should not have a thought in my mind that's mine. This happened. I got to blame this on talk radio. For years, we're reaping what we've sown with this idea that we're your voice. We never were. We're your voice. You were conned. We were never your voice. You know what kind of radio I want to tune in? I want to tune into radio, and I want to hear the host, every single one of them, mind you, and I want them to say things that I completely and totally agree with 24 hours a day. That's my idea. That's what I want to hear, Eric. I want to tune in and hear my inner thoughts coming through the speakers. That's your job, Eric. Your job is, what you should do? If 70% of the people voted for Kamala, then you should just start talking about how great Kamala is. Oh, no, I shouldn't. Oh, because you don't know how to think. And you don't realize that what you're saying means that the host should just agree with whoever 70% of the audience voted for. Of course, sir, you mean if it goes the other way, I should... Oh, no, you don't? Oh, you don't know how to be a consistent thinker. That's interesting.
Do better, WSB.
Do better.
Do better.
Do better. Like, I want to hear you say only the things that I already believe. That's my definition of you doing better. So do better. Wow,
Well,
he sounds like a guy you want to... You just want him at every party because he can talk to anybody, and his mind is so open to ideas. He's not one of these guys that you want to get away from as soon as possible.
Well, if Kamala had won by 70%, Eric, the election would have been rigged.
Of course. And that's what I would have expected, my WSB. I'll tell you, the last thing I want to do is listen to some dude who has his own thoughts, because that's not possible. He can't have his own thoughts. He has to be suffering from Trump deranged syndrome. That's a thing I've heard other people that I like say, so I say it, and it makes me seem clever. Yeah, I said that.
Trump derangement syndrome.
Yeah.
Does Dr. Joe have a pill for that?
Yes,
I do,
he does.
actually.
You
I
got
have a
something-
great pill for that.
It's the vagus vagal nerve or something like
You
that.
got to get the thing.
I'm 100% right. You have a medical condition. Boy, I see our country just coming together. That's the recipe for unity, as far as I'm concerned. We don't need unity. We don't need. What we need is the people who know what the hell's going on to tell the other people to shut up and lord it over them. Now, that's what I want to hear from a WSB. This guy wants to tune in and go, man, I hope we blow up more people and not give their names. I tell you what, I want more of that.
I love it.
You know what? Whatever Trump says next Wednesday at 2 p.m., I agree with.
I want to kill everyone on earth with a butter knife.
It's like that's what that guy's saying. Whatever Trump says next Thursday at 3 p.m., I agree with. Wow, you're fascinating as a human being. Not a leader. I would call you a follower, but a loud one. You know, loud followers are very important because they round up the other sheep that maybe are going a little astray. Hey, whoa, hey, what are you doing over there? Thinking for yourself?
Every influencer
You want to be made fun of, or you want to be part of the flock?
Every influencer needs a loud follower.
Yeah, you have to have a loud follower.
Or
So,
two.
hey, whoa. Or perhaps something this guy can't imagine himself being, but he's exactly the same, a block captain. I might call up Trump and let him know I know he likes Shelley, but he should hear the guy in front of him. I mean, this guy ought to be investigated. I mean, he is obviously not a patriot. He goes on and on about the Constitution. By the way, that's my first indication that this guy is not a patriot. He keeps talking about this Constitution. Damn it, Eric, don't you understand? You follow people, not ideas.
All the founders were libs.
Yes, a fascinating person who thinks that every single thing that Donald Trump's ever uttered or done is 100% right. Wow, I want you at my next party. What a fascinating conversation. I guarantee you, he is the type of person that people who love Trump want to get away from at a party. It's like, okay, buddy, I do think about other things. From time to time, I do think about other things.
Even Trump shoos him away.
I love you too.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I'm great. All right, I get it. All right.
Who should I kill next?
My bad.
Trump is so good, no one should make fun of him. Why doesn't everybody understand that?
You've got OCD, obsessive constitution disorder.
That's what it is.
go.
That's what it
Yeah.
is. No one now Trump gets to make fun of everybody because he's perfect. Why can't this host understand that no one should ever make light of anything that Trump does? He's doing it for you, man. He's working hard for you. He's put his fortunes on the line and his reputation on the line for you. And your side of that bargain is turn your effing brain off and start praising. Because that's your part. It's probably some old boomer.
Hey, he's using
Maybe not.
No, using Instagram. That's good.
No,
Don't make me go over to the Facebook page. The Von Hassler Production Facebook page has been.
This man is the greatest thing. He's better than chocolate. He's better than sliced bread. As if we didn't, for 4 years, do nothing but make fun of Biden. Were we suffering from Biden derangement syndrome back then? No. I tell you what, back then you were just getting it right. But Eric, there are some politicians that are so good that you simply should not make fun of them and you should not question them. Yes, I call myself a thinker and I do believe in sacred cows. Yeah, I do that, Eric. I think of myself as an intellectual, but there's also these sacred things that you just don't touch. Going on and on about the Constitution, the most obvious thing to find out that somebody is not a good patriot. Prattling on about the Constitution, a worthless document.
Weirdo.
We're solving, weirdo. Von Hessler, we're solving problems here.
I think Von Hessler's is part of the liberal media.
Well, that's exactly what it is. That's what, yeah. So he's part of the. Hey, why don't you go join CNN? You know that network you've not watched in 10 years.
When's the Soros check coming
Yeah,
in?
well, yeah.
I would take a Soros check.
I'll tell you, I would take a Soros. I'd take. Are you kidding me? I'd take a check from
So
Trump.
would that guy.
I would take a check from Trump, Soros. Anybody. You want to? Hey, $10 million shuts me up forever. You got nothing to worry about. I will go off to a farm. Preferably somewhere close to a hospital.
Oh no, you'd have
Getting
to.
old,
you'd
you
have to. You'd have to cheerlead for Trump if he gave you $10 million.
Well, that's the whole thing. It's I'm suffering from Trump derangement syndrome, even if I don't. By just I don't know. He's only 70% in.
Not enough.
Pure enough.
Not enough.
Is that what it is when you get power the second time? It comes down to purity test. Again, wow. Love to have you at the next party. I'll bet you're fascinating to speak to. You could talk about one thing for 8 straight hours. Smile at Mark.
I was supposed to say, hey, Tim, I bet Eric loves Obamacare.
Oh, yeah. You know, hey, Bobby
got
loves
him.
everything. Yeah. Why don't you go vote for Michelle?
He wouldn't call her Michelle.
No, he wouldn't.
I did not mean to bring that Instagram up.
I'm on Instagram. Wow. You really got it going, dude. Smiling Mark says there's a crash on 285 in Clarkston.
Yep, we have it on the Jam Cam. Eric, it's in the left lane, 285 southbound, right at East Ponce de Leon exit 40, and it's really causing a jam. We've yet to find relief on 285 southbound, the inner loop leaving I-85 through Tucker because of that left lane crash just south of Highway 78. 285 is improving, a little slow zone as well on the inner loop out of Dunwoody, 285 eastbound past Ashford Dunwoody Road and Chamblee Dunwoody Road. Much improved on the outer loop between Sandy Springs, Smyrna Vinings, and the West Freeway. What about the ride into downtown Atlanta, Sky Smith?
Connector southbound is still sluggish through Midtown. We are improving once you get past I-20. Your ride in from 85 is looking pretty good from 400. This report is sponsored by Blindster.com. Blindster.com is a family business making custom blinds, shades, and shutters. Give them a try and see why over 1 million windows have trusted Blindster. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When the news matters to you.
The FAA says the flight crew was reporting possible smoke in the flight deck.
95.5 WSB has you covered.
Beef prices are going up.
Your 24/7 news source.
They had no ties to a gang, but they were killed by
When
them.
you need the story, all you need to do is listen. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's breaking news station.
When you come home after being away, you see your home with fresh eyes. And eventually, you'll roll up to your old garage door and finally notice how chipped and faded that rusty old slab really is. But that's the first thing people see when they come visit. A 250 square foot bent aluminum lime green garage door that also squeaks. Welcome to our home. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Our design consultants can help you find a strong, quiet, modern garage door that anyone would be proud to come home to. Modern materials that won't crack, dent, or fade. In contemporary styles that showcase your home's design. Call Mo Better Garage and let us show you just how joyful arriving back home can be.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Hey y'all, it's Belinda Skelton for Four Seasons Home Care. As many of you know, I lost both my parents recently, but I'm so thankful they were able to finish their lives at home where they wanted to be. And Four Seasons Home Care was so helpful to my family throughout the process. I get emails from listeners all the time and why I trusted Four Seasons Home Care. They tell me I don't want just anyone to care for my parents. Well, of course you don't. So here's why I work with Four Seasons Home Care. This is a real family-owned company. They vet and hire every single one of their caregiving specialists, and they don't farm out the care to contractors, and they're not some national corporation. So here's my advice, folks. Call Four Seasons Home Care and just start the conversation. Do your homework. This is a huge decision. It's a 100% free call that can change everything. Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta. That's Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta.
At Ameris Bank, we know that it's never just business when it's your business. I'm Brian Parks, head of commercial banking in Atlanta for Ameris Bank. Whether your business is looking to optimize cash flow, improve your payment technology, or grow more quickly, my team and I are here and ready to help with a superior level of service, smart banking technology, and local market expertise. I invite you to reach out to my team by visiting amerisbank.com/yourbusiness or a local branch near you. Ameris Bank, fiercely yours, member FDIC.
Whether it's a slip that ends in a slip disc, a trick knee that's holding you back, or shoulder pain hurting your game, you can count on Northside Hospital Orthopedics. With leading care in Georgia at convenient locations all across the state, we're here to get you back on your feet, no matter what comes your way. Because Georgia moves us, and we keep Georgia moving. Find a provider near you at northside.com/ortho. That's northside.com/ORTHO.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why the big wireless companies want you on an unlimited plan? It's because they need you to help cover the cost of the 20-somethings who are using a lot of data every month. Fact is, according to the latest research studies, most people 50 and up, like me, only use 12 gigs or less each month. Don't get bamboozled by big wireless. At Consumer Cellular, pick what suits your needs. Whether it's 1 gig, 5, 10, or unlimited, the point is, pay for exactly what you need and nothing more. We use the same towers as the big guys, but since we don't own and maintain them, we can pass the savings on to you. Our plans start at just $20 a month, and you'll get the best customer service in the business. I want to invite you to join the millions of people who choose something better than big wireless. Because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
I tell you, man, the stuff that's going on in England right now with Prince Andrew. The thing that people who would be worried about the Epstein stuff coming out, I don't think they really have to worry about the gamesmanship that's going on here so much right now. They need to worry about these investigations that are going on in England, because it's looking like this guy, Prince Andrew, is just somebody who, he and his wife, Fergie, are just spoiled, entitled, maybe horrible people. And maybe like the person that was that's going to ruin it for all of the people who were very secretive and covered their tracks and all of that kind of stuff that you have to have in this kind of weird eyes wide shut thing going on that was, but I mean, he's not actually been stripped of his title. They've been both. They've lost their public ability to use their titles. Don't get it wrong. They are still the Duke and Duchess of York. Those can privately still be taken away. There's more humiliation, and it's probably coming. And I read an excerpt from this Virginia, I can never say her last name. Giuffre, whatever. And the part that I read was when she got to Mar-a-Lago, and then immediately Ghislaine Maxwell was recruiting her, and then going back to the house, and I mean, immediately it was happening. And reading it in that way, from her point of view, as much as we've heard about all this, it really is a different thing. Like, you're kind of right there in the room and finding these things to be rather unbelievable. But the problem with this Andrew character is now he's had this stuff stripped. Maybe they knew this was coming down the line, and that's why. Publicly stripped, I should say. Now there are allegations, and they're going to start looking into the fact that saying Andrew, they have like police protection, the Royals, and that whoever his guy was, he asked him to see if he could dig up some dirt. They were getting some stuff going. We think she got in trouble in the United States. Let's dig up some dirt on her.
On Virginia.
On Virginia. And then somehow, and I don't even understand it, there's a spy scandal with China going on that some politician has lost his job over. Apparently, Prince Andrew had a meeting with the same guy. So he's wrapped in with this other spy scandal that's happening at the same time, which is giving them everything they need to go, all right, these are investigations. We need to get evidence, exculpatory, all of it. And How much they can get out of us, I don't know, or how much they need us to get the information that would embarrass a lot more people beyond Prince Andrew. I don't know. But I'm thinking, like, right now, this book is going to drop in the next few days, tomorrow. And just the little brief excerpt I read, it's well written.
There's a chapter about Barak and Ehud Barak as well.
This guy who was the prime minister of Israel for a while, right? He was also the Secretary of Defense, I think, something like that. 38 visits to Jeffrey Epstein. So,
the island, the actual island?
I think to his place, to his house. I don't know how many times. There's pictures of him wearing a mask. I don't even know it was during the pandemic, or I don't know. But I think that's where the worrisome stuff. You can. I think it's pretty much been bottled up here, but these are true investigations going on over there, and these two appear to be, the royal F-word ups. I didn't want to end it on a real slur. But that's the person who ruins the secret society, right?
Yeah.
The ones who don't know how to play. All right, that music is telling us two things. Shut the hell up, get the hell out. You know us, we do as we're told. We're good citizens like that. Shelley Winter is up next. He's got another great radio show for you. We'll be back at 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. You're all invited to join us, but until then, continue on your journey. Don't piss off the genie.